Vic Henley with the pick.
Can't go wrong with the Stones.
Rolling Stones, it's only rock and roll, but I like it. Like it, yes I do. Good morning, everybody. I've been writing down all sorts of shit.
Okay.
Yeah, so far I got Start Me Up was supposed to be a reggae song. I got Justin Stengel watching The Hateful Eight from his house.
On an app. He has
on an app. That seems highly illegal. I got the question this morning, is oatmeal healthy, from one of the guys around here. And then I asked Roland if I could order something healthy for breakfast, and he's suggesting an energy wrap that has peanut butter, honey, bananas. That doesn't sound healthy whatsoever.
Those are all good things.
Peanut butter's not bad for you.
Yeah.
It depends what you have.
No, the Skippy peanut butter is very bad for you. Look at the sugar content in that, right?
Yeah, but if you play it right,
yeah,
it's okay.
It's okay.
Nuts, not bad.
Maybe we go with the energy wrap this morning.
I'll try it,
We were supposed to have a nice breakfast this morning, chicken and waffles. You're a Southern guy.
I love chicken and waffles.
You would have liked the chicken and waffles.
Are you kidding me? With gravy?
We couldn't get that done.
Wait, you go gravy with the breakfast? It's not like
chicken and waffles with a little
you don't
gravy.
Go sweet with the breakfast?
You can do both.
Okay.
No,
I've never had chicken and waffles.
It's amazing. You've had chicken and you've had waffles, so just imagine them together.
I know, but it's like, if you go gravy, then it feels like you're having dinner.
Well, you have a little gravy and syrup.
Yeah.
Syrup.
I like your logic there. You like chicken, you like waffles, just put them together.
It's not for him to go, I've never had that. Well, that's not a stretch of the imagination.
It's
It's not paella.
Well,
I've had paella.
Of course.
My point is this. If it was that easy, why don't we eat chicken and waffles up here in the north?
Because we're afraid of black people. It was an L.A. thing, I think. It's where
is it really?
The recent jump up in it in the past, I'd say 10 years or so, was Roscoe's out in L.A. It's a Snoop Dogg thing.
It sounds like chicken and waffles should be, at every freaking diner.
Yeah, growing up, we never had it in the South. It was not a Southern thing growing up. When you went to the breakfast buffet, that was not there. I'm telling you, it's a West Coast L.A. thing.
Okay.
It is.
I always thought it was a Southern thing.
It's a hood.
And you put the gravy on instead of the syrup?
Yeah, or both. No, you have both. And you can sit there and dunk both.
Well, we could just imagine, because we're not having chicken and waffles this morning.
Be there. Hot sauce, too. Hot sauce makes it really good.
And then I was supposed to have the Mad Cuban in here today with Vic Henley. When Jimmy's out and we do these Friday shows, I want it to be just a little different.
Sure.
And the Mad Cuban tapped out at 4:15 this morning.
Who's the Mad Cuban?
Exactly. I love the Mad Cuban.
He called you. Oh, at 4:15, he let you know
I'm out.
He's out.
And then
he was busy.
Then I tried calling some of my guys, and they're all sleeping. Everyone's sleeping. So it's
what are they thinking? Sleeping at 7:00 on a Friday?
So stupid, right?
Dummies.
And they're all comics. So of course they're not going to be.
I worked last night, and I'm right here on time.
Yes.
Yeah, but I had to ask you Monday.
You did. That's true.
Right, if we called this morning.
It is true. He did have
I had to ask you Monday. I'm like, Vic,
Tuesday.
Jimmy's out Friday. Can you do radio with me on Friday?
Tuesday.
I know it's Monday, but I want to start getting this into your head now.
Sure. I know. I had a big piece of paper on my counter for the past 2 days.
And I'm not going to lie. I told Roland to check in with you throughout the week.
I always tell him. I'm like, text me Thursday. I will forget.
Then I was going to send you a text last night. I'm like, you know what? Now it's ridiculous. I'm sure he'll be here for us on Friday. So no Mad Cuban either.
No Mad Cuban. But we have somebody. Is Iliza coming later? Maybe
Eliza's going to be here, and J.K. Simmons, who won the Oscar.
That is correct.
We haven't had an Oscar winner in here in a while, I don't think.
Emil Skoda from Law and Order. I think that was his character's name.
Jeez, how do you know that?
Because I'm stupid. I'm guessing. Because it's a weird name. When have you ever heard Emil Skoda?
I guess you're right. I'm going to have to work that into the conversation.
I think I might be wrong, but I think it's something like that.
And he might be the first one to sign the painting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The painting.
Yes.
The shitty painting I got for Christmas, I'm now going to make very famous.
That my Aunt Artie painted when she was 87 years old at the nursing home.
Yes, apparently. A very old lady painted at the nursing. You can't say painted. There's Sharpies.
Well, and crayons. It's multimedia.
Oh, you see crayons in there?
I think some of the burgundy and the seagrass is a crayon. There's some Sharpie and a little. There's some. When you hold it up close, it looks like there's crayon.
You definitely see the Sharpie, right?
Oh, for sure. Okay. Totally.
Many of your finer artists in museums have used Sharpies.
a lot of Sharpies in that painting, and now you're saying crayons.
Right.
I didn't notice.
Instead of oils and acrylics, they're working in Sharpies and Crayola. It's my medium.
Yeah, right. My Sharpie period.
Some of those colors are a little rough.
That's what I said.
I'm wondering where the colors came from, if you know what I'm talking about. I think we suggested maybe a colostomy bag or something. Some leakage from a colostomy bag was collected for the painting. But we're hoping J.K. Simmons signs it.
I think, why wouldn't he?
And then eventually, I'm going to give I'm not giving the painting away with all the big autographs.
No, you have to charity something.
It's going to be very well, I said, it made everyone laugh around here. I didn't mean it in this way, but I said I'm either going to give the money to a charity or the staff.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
I'll bring them food already.
I know.
I'm already feeding them. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
It's the positioning of charity. And then below that, the staff.
Right.
And the staff has to figure out who gets a taste of that. They have to decide who's on the staff officially.
Oh, so you want people to fight with each other?
Yes,
over
that's absolutely.
what it is.
He wants them to go Lord of the Flies.
Yes.
Some sort of Japanese management trick.
If you put them in one of them money booths to grab like whatever they can, he should get a money booth.
A friend of mine's son used to do that for a living. Used to go to the college campus and set up the cash booth.
Oh, the cash booth?
That's what he got paid. He got paid like $1,000 a day.
To set that up.
To set it up and have the whole grab for cash.
And you really can't grab too much cash, right?
20,
and you're not allowed to grab it from the ground.
Yeah, you can't.
You got to grab it from the air.
Yeah, it's correct.
I hear that's pretty much a bullshit thing.
It was totally. But he was
you can't really grab too much in there when it's blowing around.
He was working like 50 days a year going around to college campuses, but he was making like $50,000 for 50 days just to go in there and set up the booth and do the whole.
And how much was the average grab?
You never lose more than $200 or $300.
That's it.
Yeah, over. Yeah, it's a total rigged fix in.
And they were giving him $1,000 to set up his booth.
1,200, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, so the 1,200. So he knows
he'd clear $1,000.
I'm going to lose 200. I still got 1,000 for myself.
Exactly.
Week after week.
Week after week for years.
Fucking brilliant.
On the college circuit. His dad was a college agent, so his dad knew about it. He's like, look, if you want the coolest part-time job ever, when he was like 22 and just out of college and looking for work, we'll do this and still have 300 days a year off and bang your 50.
That's an easy $50,000.
Oh, it's totally. But you got to go to, Upper Midlothian Community College.
Sure.
Somewhere and set
but you get to travel a little.
Cares,
if you're young and you get to travel and you're making 50 G's.
I remember, yeah, totally. Absolutely.
That's not bad.
There was all kinds. The college circuit is filled with things just like that, where it's an obscene amount of money for just being the best Jimmy Buffett impersonator.
But you got to beat out other Jimmy Buffett.
You do. You go to the trade show when you perform at these things. They set it up in a big convention hall like any other trade show, but instead of selling lumber or medical supplies, it's a Jimmy Buffett impersonator. It's two chicks that put on Viking helmets and sing opera.
Yeah.
It's a guy that does a lecture during Black History Month about Frederick Douglass, and you just go around the horn. And it's just the weirdest, most bizarre, and comics, of course.
And isn't that, don't you guys got to go, what is it called? Some kind of convention where all you guys go?
It's NACA. It's National Association. NACA. National Association of Campus Activities.
And then you guys all go as comics.
They pick you to come. You have to be asked to come.
And then you try out, and then the colleges are all there, and then they decide, we're going to have Vic Henley in the fall for homecoming or whatever.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or we might go with the Buffett guy.
Totally.
Or we might go with the
opera chicks.
Or the money cash.
Or the cash. Or the sumo suits.
Or the sumo.
The Velcro wall. The sumo suits. I have seen it all.
So you might lose to the sumo
I've lost
guys?
out. Oh, yeah. I've lost out to
That's suck.
I've lost out. We're going to get the Velcro wall and the sumo guys.
Instead of Vic Henley. That's not good.
So,
yeah, I've heard about those things over the years. A lot of the comics that have come through here, they say, once a year you got to do that. And you sort of, show the colleges what you're up to.
You send them your thing and they ask if you're going to come, and it's divided up like the football conferences. And so each region has its own, once a year, has its own big thing. And everybody in the Pacific Northwest will go to Seattle, and all the schools from up there will watch you do shows over 3 or 4 days, and then they pick if they're going to hire.
Oh, my God.
But if you do well, you might get a 70-day tour right off the bat. Bang.
Wow, really?
Oh, yeah. Like all of them will book you, right? They get a discount if they con the school down the road into hiring you.
Wow.
So if you're doing Washington and they go, hey, Washington State's right, you want to do both, instead of being $3,000 a night, they might knock it down to $2,500 or something that.
But it makes it easier for you because you just got to go down the street.
Absolutely. Yeah, just go another couple hours away. So
his name was Emil Skoda. Dr. Emil Skoda.
There you go.
That's crazy that you just pulled that out of your ass.
I've seen enough. Hey, I've sat around enough afternoons watching TNT. Nine of these in a row. You're going to remember.
Now, I read Keith Richards' book as well, Life.
Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful.
And you said just before the show, I don't remember him talking about Start Me Up being a reggae song.
He adamantly to this day believes that he just did that riff to get Mick to shut up. They were talking about something. He thinks it should be a slow down. If you ask him right now, he would tell you that Start Me Up is a reggae song, and he doesn't.
Is there an alternate version of that song?
I don't know.
I'm going to listen to it off air. Let me just see if this is anything, and then I'll tell you if it's.
He would go to the Bahamas every year. That's when he fell off the tree and everything. But yeah, he was convinced that, and it was supposed to be on the record before, I think. And then
that part of the book was pretty crazy when he went through his reggae stage.
Oh yeah,
and he was talking about how he was living, and everyone loved him so much down there they just didn't fuck with him. But he didn't really have security or anything. He just went down there pretty much as Keith Richards and was living with
up in the woods,
up in the woods with the locals, and he felt like he was completely safe down in Jamaica.
Oh yeah, he thought it was the greatest thing in the world. Yeah, he just completely.
But he also realized, it could have been bad, but it just wasn't.
No.
They all just were very cool toward Keith Richards. And,
well, why wouldn't you be? You can't tell if he's alive. You can't hurt him.
Yeah. Did you find it?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell this is, but it does sound like an alternate version.
The
of
Rolling Stones Never Stop. Early version of Start Me Up. This is from 75.
Yeah.
Because this was on Tattoo You, which was 1980, I want to say.
Yeah, that's roughly,
1980, maybe even 81. I think it might have, whatever, 80 or 81. So this is like 5-6 years earlier. Let me just hear a part of this. So how's the story go? Then Mick Jagger said, fuck that.
I guess so.
He heard something in there and said, no, if we speed this up and get rid of the reggae feel of the song, it could be a big hit, and it was.
He was thinking how much he could prance to it. He was thinking, what's the prance ability?
He was a prancer.
I need to put on my yellow football pants.
Yes, holy fuck.
No, I went to the Superdome and saw that show.
That was his 40th birthday.
1980. It was 1980, largest indoor concert ever held at the time.
And I think it was for his 40th, wasn't it?
It was 1980, whatever.
I remember a lot of people thinking, holy fuck, Mick Jagger's now 40 years old. Yeah. That is fucking old.
Oh, yeah, and he pranced around, no shirt.
And now he's like 70. Yeah. How old is he?
Good God.
Don't tell me he's 75. Is that possible?
I don't think he's 75. 62 is their first year, so you're looking at...
he is 72.
There you go.
1943. You sure that wasn't 1983?
I feel like it might have been, whenever it was. 1980, maybe. I don't know. I was living in an apartment, so it wouldn't have been 80. Yeah, probably been 83, maybe.
I feel like they did that big concert for his 40th birthday, but...
I remember the sponsor was Jovan Musk Oil. How do you fucking remember that? They were the sponsor of the whole tour. Everywhere you went, there was like Jovan Musk Oil banners.
Look, back in 1983, I probably knew that too.
Sure.
But how do you still know that?
Yeah, how do you
that shit's supposed to leave your head.
Because it was... In my mind, when we started talking about this, I go straight back to Tamarack Apartments, 1983, and my friend walked in. I go, he scored 4 tickets at the last minute, and no one would go with him. Oh, okay. And I'm the only person jumping up and down going 7 hours to New Orleans. Fuck yeah, let's go right now, everybody.
Nice.
And everybody was like, we got an economics test. I'm like, it's the fucking Rolling Stones. Are you kidding me?
Economics test.
And so a real good friend of mine named Nana Stewart, I knew she would go. I called her, and we got her involved, and I just badgered my roommate into going, and the 4 of us piled in the car and went. And they got on the floor and went down to the stage and got hosed with water cannons.
Nice.
I found a bar and put my ass on the side, and I just sat there and drank a vodka soda and watched him prance.
That's pretty fucking.
First time I saw cocaine, a whole bunch of people came in and sat next to me, like 35-year-old, and pulled out a chunk of cocaine the size of a baseball. And my country ass is sitting there like, is that cocaine?
Oh wow!
So the guy offered me some, and I'm like, no, thank you. Right. But I sat there and watched them rolling joints and doing blow, and there were like 8 of them, and I was on the aisle just by myself sitting there with these people,
just checking it out,
just watching them look at the Stones and do blow for the first time.
But the question that Opie asked was, how do you remember all this stuff?
I don't know.
But does this mean that there are major things in your life that you have no idea how to do? Like,
no.
Do you know how to get dressed in the morning?
Yes.
Right. It is
yes.
like
I Velcro my shoes because I can't tie.
Right. So it's like you remember all this other stuff, but you can't.
I don't know. There's a lot in there, and I can't control.
You're in the Velcro stage.
So no, I was teasing.
Okay, yeah, you scared me because I'm actually in the zipper stage.
Oh, nice.
I went with zippers on the side.
That's really cool, though.
Yeah,
that's more of a fashion statement.
And it's very easy to get the sneakers on and off.
Did Bobby Kelly say your zipper shoes the other day?
How do you know he has zipper sneakers?
Because you were telling me that he was teasing you. I thought you said he was.
Oh no, me and Bobby went to a cigar bar yesterday. I don't smoke cigars, but I sat there with him and I don't know, though. I love the smell of cigars. I just don't like smoking them.
That's, you know.
And we were just hanging out, catching up a little bit.
A couple times a year. I'll accidentally always inhale it still and feel green and almost pass out. I can't.
Really?
Yeah. I'll always mess it up still somehow. I'm not good with this.
And he had his zip-on sneakers yesterday, so we were kind of comparing our zip-ons. Our zip-on sneakers. I like that you said it's a fashion statement. Thank you, Vic.
That's why I know you're the fashion guy.
Because I wasn't thinking, no, I'm not a fashion guy. Don't put that out there. I've never been known as the fashion guy, but I'm glad that I looked at the zipper sneakers like, oh, this is very convenient.
Sure.
And then
absolutely.
I guess now it turns out they're fashionable. I like that.
Now it's very stylish.
Yeah, because I went with you think I'm a fashion guy. I went with what was the name of the shoes?
This is like the third cool pair of shoes you've had on, though. And like you're like
I kind of got into.
If you have a lot of shoes, that's very fashionable.
I kind of got into the Golden Goose sneakers.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I mean, I don't really treat myself to much, to be honest with you. I live way below my means.
Where's the cigar bar?
On
Davidoff over
on 6th
there?
Avenue. Yes, exactly. 6th Avenue and about 50, where are we at? 56-ish?
Yeah.
Between 56 and 57. It's a nice joint. I went there years ago, and now, I guess because of all the laws in New York City, they really got it.
I heard,
Used to walk in, and they had just chairs everywhere, and you buy your cigars and sit down, but now there's like, everything is enclosed in glass.
Yeah.
You go to the area to get the cigar, that's enclosed in glass. You don't smell cigar smoke whatsoever, but you smell the fresh cigars for sure. And then there's another area that's wide open, the sort of the entrance of the place. You don't smell any smoke whatsoever. And then they have a glass room that's beautiful, but man, are they smoking in there.
I'm sure it's like that
big leather chairs, the TV's on.
They got the smoke eaters and everything in there. I'm sure it's totally.
Was it, you went like, what, 11:30, 12 o'clock?
Yesterday,
yeah, right after
ended.
the show. Was
around
it
11, I guess.
11. Was it crowded at that time of day?
No, just
you
me,
guys?
Bobby, and 2 other people, I guess. Yeah. So
I used to smoke cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes for like 10 years, pack and a half a day. And I haven't smoked in so long. I can't smoke cigars anymore. If I do, I'll fall right off the wagon. And I have a shitload of fucking Cuban cigars. And it's just sitting there, just taunting me every day in a humidor.
I just never had that habit. I never, I was one of those faggoty, you allowed to say faggoty these days? I was one of these faggoty bar smokers. You've seen those people.
Yeah.
I was one of them.
Real smokers hate people like that, though, which I always thought was funny.
Well, that's why I said faggoty.
Yeah.
Because now I know what it looked like. I thought it was cool as fuck. Had a few drinks, and then I would bum a cigarette off.
Right, you bum a cigarette.
And it would be a bar, all the time. It was college, mostly.
Sure.
And everyone knows you in there. Like, you're not a fucking smoker, you loser. And then, I thought I was smoking it properly, but I know I looked like a fucking dork.
What was your brand?
I was Camel Lights.
Camel Lights.
Jesus.
Camel Lights. And then if you run out, then you're smoking other people's like Marlboro or whatever the hell they have.
You would smoke whatever. But when I don't know. I don't know the difference.
I do. Oh, you can have it out in front of me. And you know what? My wife told me she was pregnant with her first child like 12 years ago, and I quit then. I just stopped right then, never touched it. I've not touched it since. I dream about it every single night.
Wow.
Every night for 12 years.
To this day?
To this day, I'll dream that I have a cigarette at some point. Like, nicotine's the worst for me.
So weird. So just start smoking again. Fuck it.
Just go Leary.
I was all in.
He also has asthma.
Yeah, that was. I really do. Look,
It's like the smoke in the puff.
sitting right next to me is my
there's his inhaler. He's got his inhaler right here.
Right. So I would literally smoke and then
Good God.
and then go back to smoking.
Wow.
You dress like Fidel Castro. You might as well just fucking smoke your Cuban cigars.
It's my John Lennon shirt.
That's John Lennon today?
Yeah,
I can't keep up with you and your looks.
That's the John Lennon
Yesterday
shirt.
he had a Bomber's jacket
Look, I still
on.
have it.
Is he Reinhardt? John Lennon's shirt said Reinhardt on it, too?
Yeah.
Exactly. This is a replica
Yeah.
of some...
Of course it's a replica.
It's not John. He stole it from the Dakota.
Unless John Lennon loved wearing very baggy clothes. Of course it's a replica.
It is not that big a shirt. Here, look.
I see, sure.
Yeah.
No, it's very good.
Actually, I
I
found...
can't keep up with you and your looks.
I
Your
think-
brother has no looks. Why do you have? Why do you have looks?
He looks the same all the time. He's consistent.
Thank
That's
you.
a compliment.
Yes.
No, I'm fine with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No,
you know your brother
You know
has
what?
looks.
I make the minimal effort, and so I just, I'm fine.
And everyone leaves you alone because of it.
He cut his hair off. He was
I did.
all...
I cut all my hair
you
off.
were all... Yeah, you
But
were
look,
all...
I've worn this shirt here before, and I'm just wearing a T-shirt. What's the look? I know the look.
Oh, you have look with your little ropey bracelet.
And
and
a John Lennon,
you're not wearing any jewelry today. Sometimes you have jewelry. See, okay, there you go. Right. See, exactly.
Oh, God. All right.
John Lennon.
Yeah, wonderful.
We work at a radio station.
Yesterday it was Fonzie. Today it's John Lennon.
Fonzie.
Look, here's
he had Fonzie's jacket on.
Okay.
Why is your jacket on Vic Henley's chair?
I don't know.
That's a nice leather jacket there.
I got to go to Russ. We're going back to Start Me Up, I think.
Okay.
Go ahead, Russ.
Yeah, hey, Don. Start Me Up was, there's about 20 versions of that. Then they finally came up with one. The whole Tattoo You album that was on was all compilation songs of stuff they didn't put on the previous 3 albums.
Correct.
Black and Blue, Some Girls, and Emotional Rescue. That whole album was just thrown together with stuff they never used before.
Why the fuck did I not know that until today?
It
I didn't know that either.
I knew it when he said it. The guy's totally right. Absolutely. I totally forgot it myself. But yeah, absolutely.
Because Tattoo You turned out to be a great
Smash.
album. It's probably the last Stones album I really, really liked from beginning to end. Waiting on a Friend. What album was that supposed to be
That's
on?
on Tattoo. Yeah, that's on Tattoo.
No, I know it is, but
Oh, I don't know which song came from what, but it was all from those previous 3 albums, stuff that wasn't used.
can you imagine they had all this stuff just laying around and went, why don't we, let's put all this on an album and it becomes a really good album?
Yeah.
Not their best album, but certainly one of their last good ones.
So if he said there's like 20 versions of that song, is there like a CD or something released of all the other versions together? You know, like they'll do that with lost tracks and shit like that for the Stones?
They're pretty protective, though. I don't know how much. You could go digging around, probably.
Because I didn't know about any of that. I didn't know about any of these versions.
That's pretty cool.
Country Honk is Honky Tonk Women. You know
I
that?
like Country Honk.
Yeah, Country Honk is Honky Tonk Women. That's
Honky Tonk Women.
I know.
Yeah, they countrified it.
I don't know if I ever heard that.
I thought it was the precursor to Honky Tonk Women.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought Country Honk eventually became Honky Tonk Women.
It's from Let It Bleed, I think.
The man on the phone.
Mick Taylor's the one who made it the way that it came out.
Okay.
Country Honk actually was recorded first.
See?
That's the way they wanted it.
I probably know Country Honk if I heard it. I don't know. Let me hear a little piece of this. Thank you, Russ, for the phone call.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no kidding.
it.
Love it.
All
right, buddy.
Bye.
All right. I like Vic Henley. You know shit.
Well, sometimes.
I don't think I ever heard that before.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Country Honk by the Rolling Stones. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Is that from Let It Bleed?
Yes.
Am I remembering that?
Yeah, I just looked it up on iTunes.
And you got all excited over there, Eric.
Oh, yeah. Because I back in the day, I liked the song Let It Bleed, so I bought the album, and then I discovered that song on the album, and I was like, oh, I actually knew something that Vic was talking about.
Yeah, you didn't know, what was the name again? Emil Skoda.
Did not know that.
Good old Emil Skoda.
Did not know that.
What else? So the other thing is, Justin, I'm going back to my notes, wanted to know if oatmeal was healthy. How do you not know that?
Well, because you want to order breakfast for everybody. Oatmeal is usually shit filled with sugar and milk and everything, but I also know...
It depends on how
I see you eat it in the morning with like blueberries and other stuff, and I want to try to emulate what you were doing. I look up to you.
Yeah. Don't do that.
The rest of the people here should follow my lead and look up to you.
Don't do that. No, if oatmeal's made properly, you got to make it with water, and you don't put the brown sugar or the sugar in it.
This is why I asked you.
And you put maybe some nuts on top and some blueberries, and yes, then it is healthy.
See?
Yeah.
That's why I asked you.
But it doesn't taste as good.
Right.
That's the problem.
It's really good with bacon in it. That's when I used to break up.
That kind of sounds good.
I used to break up bacon and put it in my oatmeal. That's a hillbilly thing.
That certainly is.
Absolutely.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
I got to try that.
Yeah, it was really good.
And then also, Justin, it's all about Justin right now.
I don't understand, because I just want to point out...
Because you said weird shit.
Well, all hell was breaking loose this morning.
You're wearing a John Lennon jacket.
Shirt.
That's kind of a shirt.
Well, all hell was breaking loose this morning. I'm like working, trying to fix everything, and then now you're beating me up in the air. Fine, man.
And all hell wasn't really breaking loose.
It was, sort of.
A little bit.
It was.
We were bummed the Mad Cuban canceled canceled last minute. Then I reached out to a few folks just to make it even easier for us, Vic.
Well, you know.
We got this, but I was thinking maybe we'll make it nice and easy today.
There are various emails I've sent out that have yet to be answered.
Uh-oh.
So there's like a lot going on behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes of this well-oiled machine.
Yeah, it is a well-oiled machine, all right.
Yeah.
You said you saw the Hateful Eight, finally.
I did.
At home.
At home.
Right. Well,
I didn't think you could do that.
I didn't think you could either. I was shocked to discover I could.
Well, how did you do that, sir?
I stumbled upon something that had it, and I was like, no. And it turns out, yeah, there it is. So I watched the movie.
You have an app?
I found someone recommended like an app.
So how does this app work?
It's like, I don't know.
What other movies are on there?
Everything.
Did you have to watch it on your phone? Or
No,
was it like on the big
it
screen?
was on my television.
And was it a shitty copy?
No. Did you read the thing that, Eric and I were part of the Writers Guild. We get screeners of all these movies.
Yeah.
So we didn't get a screener for this movie. I was hoping to get that, but someone did, and their copy leaked out.
Yeah.
And they tracked it down to some big executive in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It was that copy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was there a watermark on it?
They trimmed the watermark. So you can't see the person's name.
But the executive probably just gave it to, somebody in the office. And then they fucked up.
The assistant probably took it.
Right.
Before the executive ever saw it.
They don't even know if the assistant ever got it.
Oh, really?
It could have been someone in the mailroom, yeah.
No kidding. Well, I haven't
seen it. I'm going to go.
I know about the boxes you could get, and then you could watch pretty much any movie. But a lot of those copies are really shitty, and you got to really work it to finally find a decent copy.
Right.
But I didn't know it was an app on your phone now.
Yeah, but Eric and I have screeners right now for everything. If you want to borrow anything,
if you want to buy anything.
No, I can't.
Wait, what
sell
movies
it.
you got?
We got everything except Star Wars.
Yeah, and except Hateful Eight, we have Bridge of Spies.
Why do I only get them? I get them right around Oscar time.
Right, right now is the time.
I gotta check my mail. I only check my mail once a month.
We have everything.
Joy.
Yeah.
Check your mail
Joy,
once a
Carol,
month.
Spotlight.
Yeah.
Spotlight.
The Boy Soldier movie. What's that called? That's supposed to be amazing.
And wait, what's the big
Steve Carell movie?
Yeah, The Big Short.
The Big Short.
Well, bring in this pile of movies.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh God,
so angry. Why are you yelling at him?
Bring in your pile of movies. I'll take a few.
Why don't you just check your mail?
Yeah,
I check it once a month.
Well, I mean,
what if there's something important in your mail?
Once a month.
But like
I could get to it.
If I'm wearing my...
I get late fees every once in a while.
Do you have a box somewhere?
I got a box in my building, and they get really annoyed because
you never open it.
Actually, a lot of times they bring my mail up to me because it doesn't fit in the box anymore. It's all in a rubber band. Because nothing good comes out of checking your mail every day. It's just bills.
When I open my box and it's empty, the first thing I've said for a decade is no news is good news. That's the first thing I always say. I love no mail at all. It tells me I'm not being summoned for something.
Yeah, when you were, when you weren't an adult and you were growing up at your parents' house,
the coolest thing in the world.
Coolest thing in the world was checking the mail for this and that, whatever you sent away for. But as soon as you become an adult, it's just bills and stupid Christmas cards from people that make believe they're still in your lives because they send you a card once a year.
My neighbor lives next door to me and sent me a Christmas card through the mail, even though he lives next door. And it got lost, and it came back. 2 weeks. It came back to him. He knocked on my door yesterday and handed it to me. His wife has perfectly filled out my name and address, and even added the extra 4 digits to the zip code. No one does that. And they still lost it. It said insufficient address. It had a label on it that said insufficient address.
Because they couldn't believe anyone would be that stupid to mail a letter
next door when all you got to do is knock.
Next door, right? They didn't know how to handle that. There wasn't a code at the post office to figure that one out because it has to go all the way to whatever town, and then we'll
all the way back.
We'll backtrack.
But now you've pissed off your postal delivery person.
Why?
Because you check it once a month and they have to bring it up.
Once a month, yes.
They have to cart the stuff around. Sometimes that's a pain in the ass. It's mostly crap that nobody cares about anyway. And then there's guys like you.
Well, and then it's all the junk they send. And every store says, "No, sir, we're not going to mail you anything. We just need your address for our system."
Yeah, it did. Crate and Barrel. It took me 3 years. It took me 3 years to get rid of the Crate and Barrel catalog. And every single time I'm like, unsubscribe, quit sending it to me. I'm calling them on the phone. Get me okay, you're off. And then next month, bang, here it comes again.
I didn't even know that was possible. That you could get off the list.
Yeah,
I did not know.
Yeah, there's always a 1-800 number. There's a call you can get online. So there's a tons of ways to get out of it.
I thought you were stuck with it forever.
No, that's why I've cut the paper.
I beg these people at the stores. I'm like, I don't want to give you anything because I've told them to their faces, you just work here. You're a liar. You get something for getting my address.
That's called
no, sir. I'm like, no. I know this game.
Yep.
You're lying.
No, I know. Believe me.
Well, the other way you can play it, I went on a cruise like 7 years ago, and then I started getting these catalogs about every 3 days. And instead of opting out, I just let them pile up, and I took a picture, and I was like, here's what the name of the cruise company has sent me in the last 2 months. And it's like, 20 things.
Yeah.
And then miraculously it stopped.
Oh, you tweeted it?
I tweeted it.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, yeah, that works. That's a modern day way. That's really good.
That's pretty smart. Yeah. No, I mean, if you really want to know, I probably check my mail 10 times a year. It's not even once a month. I go a little over a month every once in a while, too. So it's probably 10 times a year, tops.
I mailed you muffins about 3 weeks ago.
Actually, did you get our Christmas card?
No, not yet.
It's waiting for you.
I'm not kidding, not yet.
Stengel Brothers Christmas card should be there.
Not yet. I got to probably check soon because in the middle of the month, some of those bills come in. So I'll probably check my mail. I might check it this weekend if you need to know.
You should, because
I might check it Saturday or something.
You have good screeners waiting for you.
I don't know.
And if not, Justin will illegally sell it to you.
No, I will not. I'll let you borrow mine.
You like the Hateful Eight, though?
Loved it. Oh, my God.
What do you like about it?
Everything. I mean, it's like an Agatha Christie murder mystery set in a Western. The whole movie itself, if you just cut it down to the plot, is like an hour and 10 minutes. It's all about the conversations that take place in between that have nothing to do with the plot. It's just the characters interacting. Mm-hmm. And I could have watched that all day.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Tarantino's a special guy.
He's a genius.
He's really special with his characters and his dialogue and how he puts things together.
I said from the trailer, it looked like arsenic and old lace. It looked like he shot it like a drawing room comedy. It looks like an old school drawing room comedy that they would shoot back in the day.
I mean, obviously he's talked about, but that easily could be on a stage.
Easily.
Yeah. It's 2 sets.
Yeah, right. I know, right.
It would be cheap, too.
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs too. I mean that is like the flashback stuff. You can deal with whatever, but everything's just in that one room. Where
that's
all the
pretty much what 2 sets as well, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I missing
that warehouse? Pretty much.
There's
warehouse, obviously.
There's the warehouse.
The diner.
Property. Yeah, the diner. There's a few.
Oh yeah, I guess then there's that. Yeah.
There's the Chuck E. Cheese. Remember that scene? Is that in that? No. Okay, I'll leave. I bought everybody breakfast, so everybody calm down.
I was actually thinking, wow, because that seems like something Tarantino would
do. I paused for a second. I was like, there's a Chuck E. Cheese scene?
Yeah, like, wow, really? I got to go back and watch this movie.
No kidding.
Yeah, we got a guy saying, I don't get the Rolling Stones. I mean, what do you say to a guy that says that?
Well, he's an idiot.
Let's see what he says. Maybe he's too young. Let me say hi to, I can listen to the Rolling Stones every fucking day. Ryan on Long Island. You don't get the Rolling Stones?
Nah, man, I really don't. I'm not like that young. I'm 27. I had a hard time getting into classic rock for a long time, but the Rolling Stones just still won't click with me at all. I don't get it.
What are your bands? Give me 5 of your bands.
I listen to a lot of like metal and shit, man. Nothing that will have any mass appeal, unfortunately.
Well, that's probably why.
Yeah, but like even like classic rock, like I think Zeppelin is brilliant. I think the Beatles are obviously brilliant. But the Stones, I just feel like you don't think that they're dated at all.
Maybe. I mean, I guess.
That song that we just played was a goddamn fabulous mashup of country and rock and anything you want to claim. I think it stands up totally.
I'm a big fan of the blues and country in general. So,
yeah, I'm a guitar guy. I love listening, and I can't even appreciate Keith Richards' guitar tone. I think they're so overrated.
I like the Rolling Stones over the Beatles.
Sure.
Oh, man, come on.
I just do.
I don't know if I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I like the Rolling Stones because they're a bit dirtier.
I get that. And I get
They've got some grime to them. I like that. I mean, the Beatles, obviously, I certainly like very much, but very polished and a lot of poppier songs in general. Rolling Stones were down and dirty, right?
That was their reputation, and they lived it.
They loved Howling Wolf. Did the Beatles love Howling Wolf?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Maybe all those English guys like the blues guys, though. That is maybe a little. But it is. I've got a friend that hates them both. He thinks the Stones and the Beatles both suck.
And I didn't like the Beatles until very recently.
You know.
Really?
Yeah, man. That's another. I kind of refused to get into it, and I listened to Revolution, that album.
Yeah.
And that got me into everything else.
Yeah, that's a pretty good album.
The White
there.
Album.
Huh?
The White Album.
Yeah.
I get the Stones like have like that rock and roller, classic rock and roller thing, and they kind of like pioneered that. But like, I just don't think that's enough.
No, it's more like they took, the American blues thing, and made it their own. Muddy Waters. They loved Muddy Waters.
Willie Dixon, Muddy Waters, Lead Belly, Howlin' Wolf.
Yeah, those guys were just amazing. All right, Ryan.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
Later, man. You too.
He's a metal guy. That's all right.
He's 27.
But
27 metal guy.
Is there like a major artist, like top 10 artist that you just don't get? Like I love the Rolling Stones. I love the Beatles. I never got Led Zeppelin. I don't like them.
I loved Zeppelin growing up.
It's like the people
Have you listened to Led Zeppelin 3?
Yeah.
Could be my favorite album.
I don't get it. I'm not a fan of Robert Plant's voice. I don't get it.
What was your band growing up?
That's me openly laughing at you for saying
that's fine. That's what I'm saying.
In case you were wondering what I was laughing at there.
But I agree with Eric.
Okay, fine.
We're both sort of classic rock of like Eric Clapton. I like Tom Petty.
I'm not a huge fan of Eric Clapton.
I like everything. I'm too easy.
I don't hate him, but I don't go that deep with Eric Clapton.
I was listening to 24 Nights yesterday. He goes to the Albert Hall, and there's a classical piece near the end of it. It's really, really good.
It's unlistenable. That part. That's a double album.
That's one of my favorite ones. That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, it's a double album where he does the hits with an orchestra, right? And that's all great. And then there's the really long part where it's like, okay, just get rid of that disc.
Yeah. No, it's only one track on the second disc, but it's a good track.
Yeah,
I like it.
Years.
How long is it?
I don't know.
Like 20...
No, it's not that long.
Right, I'm gonna look it up.
I think it's called Edge of Darkness or something like that. I don't know either. But
and you like it? You just like his guitar
I like
playing?
the whole thing. It's a blend. He's playing with a symphony, and I like weird things like that. So
well, there you go. Bill and Boston. Rolling Stones are better than the Beatles and Led Zeppelin.
So Batman can beat up Superman.
I like Superman.
I liked Zeppelin.
It's called Edge of Darkness. I was right there. Bang.
Wow,
just very nice. Yeah. You want to play the whole thing today?
No, shit.
Instead of having the Mad Cuban in here, we'll play Edge of Darkness. You son of a bitch.
The whole thing is good.
Yeah. No, I grew up listening to Zeppelin and Sabbath were my two bands, and then I splintered off and went more Zeppelin. And then actually tapped out of Sabbath.
Man, I was a crazy Zeppelin. Same thing.
And then my friend tried to get me into Jethro Tull for a while.
One of the greatest, Foxworthy walked off stage once in Nashville, and Robert Plant was waiting to talk to him because he was up in the balcony and didn't have anything to do. He had a Saturday show in Nashville and like a Monday show in Atlanta, and he hung in Nashville, and the desk clerk said, "Go see Jeff Foxworthy at the Comedy Club."
Come on.
So he walked off stage, and there he was, like somebody wants to meet you, and they took him upstairs. He called me at like 2 a.m. and said, "You're not going to believe who I've been talking to for 2 hours." And I'm like, "Who?" And he's like, "Robert Plant." He's like, "Call me Bob."
Call me Bob.
He kept telling Foxworthy to call him because he's like, "Okay, Robert." And he's like, "Call me Bob."
Wow.
Oh, they exchanged Christmas cards. He was friends with the whole. But yes, they did.
That's hilarious.
He sent him because he's from the north of England, and when you're from the north of England, it's exactly like being from the south. So he understood every one of the redneck jokes.
Right.
And he's telling Foxworthy, "I'm a redneck. And he's going. And they just sat down and had a couple of beers and had the best chat in the world. And he said he was the nicest guy in the world. He hooked him up and put his wife and Foxworthy on the side of the stage the next night. And,
that's pretty cool.
He tried to get Foxworthy to go to the titty, but he's like, "We're going to the titty bars. I know you're married. You might not want to go."
Right.
And Foxworthy's like, "Yeah, I can't go." I'm like, "You turned down going to the titty bars with Robert Plant? Even if you're not going to do anything, you go. Even if you're not
going to the experience,
yes, you just go.
Of course you go."
No, he didn't do it. His wife was with him.
I met Robert Plant down at the XM Studios in Washington with Jim Norton, and I was out of my fucking mind.
I bet, right?
By the way, I will acknowledge, but I don't think we have time. Zeppelin are hacks, and also Zeppelin are just rip-off artists. Yeah, right. They got in a little trouble with songs sounding a bit too familiar to some of those old blues songs. I will acknowledge that, yes.
The only celebrity
There's problems there.
The only celebrity I've ever met where I was really, really intimidated was when I met Clapton. That's the only time I was like, and staring at the ground. Only time.
For me, it was Robert Plant, and then I actually did meet Mick Jagger, and it was Syracuse. It was, I'm trying to remember what tour it was. I went with Brother Weeze, who knew John Scher really well, the concert promoter, and we were backstage, and we were having a little conversation with John Scher. I wasn't. I was just a fucking plebe hanging with Weeze. I was literally a nobody.
Right.
That Weeze kind of took under his wing. And we're just, talking to John Scher before we go to our seats, and Mick Jagger comes up. He has a question. and I fucking shit my pants. I was not officially introduced to him.
Right.
But he was there and had asked John Scher something. I don't even know what he asked him because my whole fucking brain just went blank.
Sure.
I'm like, holy fuck, that's Mick Jagger. And then he asked a question, said thanks or something like that, and walked away.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my God. I was that close to Mick Jagger. Probably like late 80s. Late 80s. I want to say 88-ish.
Because I think I saw them at 89, the Steel Wheels tour.
I'm thinking it was the Steel Wheels tour.
I was at that show.
That was with all the blow up shit, right? Yeah. They blew up.
The first time I saw them.
Not blew up. They had blow ups.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember of what.
It was like they had the in Honky Tonk Women.
Yeah, big ladies.
There were ladies.
It was a lady, a big blow up
on either side, and then Mick ran up and pulled it, and then they were like rocking back and forth.
Okay, yeah.
I remember that.
It was definitely Steel Wheels.
I was at that same show.
In Syracuse?
Eric
went to school there.
All right. I know a way you could prove it.
I know who opened for them.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Who sang Cult of Personality?
Living Color.
Living Color.
All right, you were there. Because I also... Corey Glover. Corey Glover, thank you, who I have met many times over the years. He also came up and said hi and was talking to John Scher, but I wasn't as nervous.
No.
Even though they were pretty popular.
Vernon Reid is a hell of a guitar player.
Yeah.
Vernon Reid is a hell of a guitar player. And a nice
personality.
guy. Yeah. Oh, man, I had an EP thing they did called Biscuits, and it's just them doing covers.
Oh, wow.
And they do a James Brown cover called Talking Loud Ain't Saying Nothing.
Wow.
And they have, I mean, and it's a rock. It's a good song.
Find it.
There's only like 5 tracks on Biscuits, but it's called Living Color Biscuits. And I think there's a Hendrix.
You like that one?
There's a Hendrix cover on there, but Talking Loud and Saying Nothing is a James Brown cover that they have totally rockified.
Well, why don't we play that? Going into break here. Plant is one of the coolest guys in the world. He has a giant head, though.
There it is.
Kevin in Virginia, go ahead.
Yeah, the Love and Happiness version is a good one. These are
all right.
Yeah.
I had friends of mine that were down in Miami, just sitting along this roadside cafe, and he comes walking by, and they were like, holy shit, that's Robert Plant. The guy sat and hung out with him and talked to him for like 10 minutes. They said he couldn't have been a nicer guy.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what Vic said.
Yes, Foxworthy just couldn't believe. And Foxworthy not a Zeppelin guy, and he was like, I know everybody else would be losing their mind.
Yeah.
He was just the most regular, cool, easygoing person.
It was, I mean, I've told the story a bunch, but we were down in Washington, and I'm trying to remember what project Robert Plant had, but he had a backup band, and they were going to do a session for XM down in Washington, and the big wigs, I think it might have been Logan at the time, he goes, you guys want to sit in as they're, fucking doing their rehearsal.
Was that the Mighty Rearrangers?
Yes,
when he was doing that
Christ,
thing.
How do you know this?
Yeah.
I love.
Were you struck by lightning?
No,
that's exactly what it was.
I like music.
This.
I like music.
I know, but you can like music, but this is like the stuff. This is Rain Man shit.
No,
but it was that. I didn't like any songs off that.
Yeah, it's okay.
It was all right. But anyway,
he's always experimenting.
They're doing a rehearsal before they're going to go live on XM, and they go. You could go in and check it out. So there was like a few chairs. And me and Jimmy, this is a moment me and Jim had.
Sure, yeah.
We sat in the front. We're like 5 feet from his dick. And he's doing all his moves because he's
right.
He's still doing his moves. And I remember looking at Jimmy like, this is fucking weird. We're basically looking at Robert Plant's penis. It was right in front of our fucking face.
Have you've seen Hammer of the Gods, that DVD thing they did? Was his dick's all in that? Or is it Hammer of the Gods? I think it's called Hammer of the Gods.
I think it's Hammer.
But it's, he's every tight pant opportunity.
He was still wearing the tight pants.
The jeans. He's sitting there, they're on the stools doing the acoustic shit, and his hog is out and happy.
And he was gyrating, and I know
out and happy.
And I know he played a Zeppelin song. I wish I could remember which one. He was reworking with the band that he was going to do that for that session. But that was one of the greatest moments. Doing this radio thing, that was one of the greatest moments.
Right.
It was just the band, me and Jimmy, and maybe there were a couple other people in there. Maybe I don't remember anyone else being in there. I feel like it was just us. That no one else gave a shit or were allowed to do it.
That's fabulous.
I think Eric Logan was trying to do something nice for us. So
most of the time when a music act came on Letterman, the rehearsals, it was all closed. so you couldn't really go down and hang out. If you were working down there for whatever reason, like the end of our comedy rehearsal, you'd see the musicians just come out and just kind of hang out waiting for us to be done. So you'd see them just sort of hanging out. Sometimes Courtney Love would be there just naked, just sitting there on the ground. Seriously, completely naked. And it was like right at the beginning of cell phone cameras. So Eric's just
my old
standing
flip
there.
phone. I have a picture of it on my flip phone.
On Eric's flip phone. So Eric's just sitting there, and he handed me his phone and goes, take a picture of me. So I took a picture of Eric, and you see right over his left shoulder, she's just naked, just kind of looking around. And you're like, holy shit. So,
she would just get naked?
She just came down completely.
What year, though?
Probably early 2000s.
Yeah.
So it's still worth seeing her naked.
No, it's still, no matter what, it's worth seeing.
Although she came in here recently, probably recently now is about 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And she was really still very sexy. Extremely sexy.
It was amazing to watch. But you too, they did a whole week on the show.
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
So so every night during the show, they performed, I believe, 2 songs, one for the air and then one just for the audience. So we're standing on stage 10 feet away from them watching. Also, during the day and at night, they were rehearsing for their concert. So they would just play. And so sometimes on the feed or you're walking around. So they're just playing for a whole week.
So you're just roaming the Ed Sullivan Theater and you would randomly hear you two in the background and it's really them.
And then sometimes you're in the edit room working on stuff before the show, after the show, and Bono would just come in and hang out. And they're just sitting there, and it never got old. You never like, oh, okay, hey, you're like, holy shit, this is good. Even by like day 5. Then at the end of the week, they invited everyone down to the stage, and they had Guinness and champagne, and I can't remember the name of the drink, but you mix them, and so they poured that for everybody and toasted everybody. They were the coolest guys ever to hang out.
What year was this?
You said early 2000s.
We were friends back then, right?
Elevation?
Nah, I don't think so.
No. We became friends right after.
Son of a bitch. I know what you're doing. I've known these guys a long
me
time.
to see Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
We weren't friends back then.
I think we became friends like a week later.
Oh, you suck. They know you two's my thing there, Vic Henley.
Actually, we didn't know at the time. And also, you couldn't bring anybody in. Like, you couldn't, sometimes you can,
it was on lockdown.
Yeah, it was on complete lockdown. Sometimes
you're the Stengel brothers. You could have got me in.
That meant nothing.
Oh, what are you looking at there, Vic?
I was looking at the Black Velvet. I never heard of that.
That was it. The Black Velvet.
I've never heard of that. Half Guinness, half champagne. Yeah. It's called a Black Velvet.
That probably tastes pretty good.
It was great.
Let's get some Black Velvets going. What do you say, boys?
Let's do that now.
I got one.
I'll pour it.
I have one. I'll get on it. I bought breakfast. Who's buying the Black Velvet?
I'll buy Black
I got a credit card.
I got a credit card.
I'll do it. Don, if you're listening, I will be expensing this, but I will be buying champagne and Guinness.
All right, we're going to go to a break now. We have Vic Henley here today. We're actually going to do some radio.
Yep.
We're just talking about bands we like.
I love these Friday shows because it's like, just hang out. We're just hanging out.
Every time Vic comes in,
it's less pressure for some reason. I don't know why.
Every time Vic comes in, I end up going to iTunes, buying a whole bunch of songs I never heard of until he introduced it to me, and then that's my ride home.
Well, good. I hope you're enjoying them.
I love it.
Okay, cool.
Well, speaking of which, last night I purchased on YouTube. I mean, on iTunes, Live at Lou's Cruise. I bought your album.
Yeah,
last. I could have just handed you the.
Don't do that to yourself.
No, I bought your comedy album.
Listen to it
last night.
Did you get
It's all right.
You get a bump up in the numbers?
I'm like you with the mail. I only check it at the end of the month.
Okay.
Because it's like a little bonus savings account. Every now and then I'll click on there and I'm like, oh, people like me this month or not.
Vic Henley has two, technically he has 2 CDs on iTunes. One, there's only one he wants you to buy.
Live from Lou's Cruise. Lewis Black had a comedy cruise and I was on it. So
yeah, the other one he doesn't want you to buy because he got fucked on that deal.
It's a truck stop thing from the 80s. I hate to give the guy money. It's horribly unfunny if you wanted to buy it and laugh.
Oh, really?
There's got to be some horrible shit on there.
Yeah, just get the one he really wants you to buy, please.
Yeah, I did it.
Eric Stengel did it.
I'm doing it right now.
You jerks did it. Can I just give you the $20?
I was going to say, hand it to me. Just
I
can sign one for you.
All right. Vic, where are you going to be? Anywhere? You're hanging for a while, no?
Yeah, I'm here in the city. I'm all over town at Gotham and the Comedy Cellar and the Comic Strip Live and everywhere in New York. I have no road on purpose. Yeah, I was crazy busy from like September through December, so,
I thought this is the time you do hit the road and then you take the summer off.
Every year's different. Yeah. So This year
When you want to get out of New York in the winter and go down south and get warmed up a little bit.
But when you're road fried, you're road fried. I like sitting at home. That's my favorite thing in the world. So I don't care if it's cold outside.
Oh, okay. All right.
It doesn't matter to me.
Jimmy's down in Birmingham this weekend.
Exactly. Eating barbecue, I hope.
What's the venue again?
Stardome. He's at the
Stardome in Birmingham.
In Hoover.
I'm not even sure if there's tickets available, but you might want to look that up.
Go see Norton.
Of course.
Yes, go see Norton. Good Lord, especially.
But he sells out, so I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if he sold this one out or not. Right. So, but at the very least, check if you're in that area.
It's a big one. It's a big room.
Is it?
It's like a 400 or 500 seater, I think. Or it can be.
I think it's his first time in Birmingham, too. Yeah. So go support Jim Norton if you like this damn radio show. More with Vic Henley. A little later, J.K. Simmons. And Iliza Schlesinger's here.
Yay. She was here a couple months ago when I was here.
That's right.
I love her. Yeah, she's great.
Doing the karaoke.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think you forced that on her.
And then she Ronda Rousey. She showed us her Halloween outfit. Right. She went as Ronda Rousey and looked good. It was a good outfit.
We'll talk to Iliza next, do some things. Stay there. With Vic Henley today, Jim Norton down in Birmingham. Go see him at the Stardome.
That is correct. In Hoover.
Yeah, let's bring in Iliza Shlesinger. Why is Jenny Jones smacking her dough on Twitter? That's so random right now. Remember Jenny Jones?
People are just having a little fun with her.
Yeah, all right.
She's smacking her dough.
Vic, I got to ask you about college football. Big game on, Monday?
Monday night, Clemson against Alabama. Go Tigers, go Clemson. Deshaun Watson, just the quarterback for Clemson. I hope Alabama may win. I get him, I'm mad, but I'm going to pull for Clemson.
You're pulling for Clemson, but what?
You never pull for Alabama if you're an Auburn guy. So Clemson is Auburn with a lake. That's the joke in the South.
I don't even know.
If you like 3 people in South Carolina know what I'm talking about right there. But you have to literally be from. But that's the joke. They're both Tigers. One of the founders of Auburn University ended up at Clemson years later.
Okay.
Helped him start their athletic program. So they're both Tigers. They're both orange. But Clemson is Auburn with a lake.
I know that.
Lake.
I know that's funny, but I don't know why. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. I guess I don't.
I know that would be funny. I just don't know.
They got a coach named. They got a coach named Dabo. You can't go wrong. Dabo Sweeney. You can't go wrong with Dabo.
Who's favored? I'm
sure the Tide's favored would be my guess. And, but
even though Clemson's number 1
and undefeated, and Alabama has been beaten. But yes, I believe the Tide will be favored.
Let me look at the odds.
I'm sure I bet you they're favored. They got the Heisman Trophy winner and Derrick Henry. So yeah, but Watson can throw for 300 and run for 150.
Wow,
he's Cam Newton, a beast. He's really, really good. They got a running back that ran for 1,500 yards.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry ran for 2,025 touchdowns, set an SEC record both categories.
Damn.
So
okay.
It should be, it should be good. Alabama will have like 7 of their defensive guys will be in the pros.
I don't know shit about college football. Well, I think I'll watch though on Monday.
Hate the Tide. That's all you need to do. Hate the Tide.
Iliza, you watch college football?
No, this doesn't work.
Those headphones don't work?
I wanted to get that affirmative no in.
Yeah.
Before I
think they work. We just got to turn up the volume. We don't want to blow out your ears.
Headphones are amazing. No. It wasn't playing.
They don't work.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's our sponsor.
The sponsor, I know, right?
Oh,
but they're crafted so perfectly. These are hand hewn in America, right?
Yeah, America.
Locally made.
All right, we're trying to get your headphones working.
Stick with it.
I don't need to hear myself.
I like where you're going.
Yeah.
What are you doing in town?
I'm doing the Tonight Show tonight.
Nice.
There you go.
And you guys were kind enough to have me on to shamelessly promote that.
I don't think you need to promote that you're on the Tonight Show.
They need all the help they can get.
No.
No.
Do you know who's on with you? Do you know?
I do. It's Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Indie film producer Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Now I'm blanking. His last name is Moore. He's on Narcos. I'm blanking on his name. It's on my queue.
I don't know.
Do you mean Wagner Moura?
Yes.
That's a good name.
I just looked it up. I didn't know.
And I think someone, I saw an email that the 2 girls from Broad City, but I think that was added at the.
Are you gonna have to do beer pong? What does he got you doing?
I just do stand up.
You don't have to.
I just sing for my supper.
Just gonna go out and tell the jokes.
You don't have to do Twister or anything.
I would love to. No, 5
what
very
happened
specific
to these
minutes.
late shows? What happened to just having an interview?
He did all that. That was his little niche. And
actually, I think it's kind of smart.
Yeah.
Monday is
smart.
Donald Trump. I just saw that.
What, you want to meet Donald Trump?
I'd like to be on that episode.
Donald Trump used to call his show from time to time, and now that he's a big fucking deal, he doesn't acknowledge us anymore.
I think anybody in my generation would want to meet him just to ironically get a picture.
Yeah.
Make America great, quote unquote.
Look, man, he's going to get the nomination.
Yeah.
He's getting the nomination.
Maybe.
I'm going to laugh.
I don't know if it's a maybe anymore.
I hope so.
He's got such a big lead.
I hope so. I just want to see him and Bill Clinton fist fight.
It's going to come down to that, right?
It's going to come down to it.
I thought Mark Rubio would tap dance his way into the nomination.
Maybe.
Those shoes.
Rubio, I thought would be the guy that rose to the top in this whole thing, but that's or Rice, whatever. But I think it's Trump's now.
Trump is taking shots at The View now.
The View?
He's angry at The View.
Good.
At The View and that ABC, once great when headed by Barbara. Jay Walters is now in total free fall. Whoopi Goldberg is terrible. Very sad. What is his problem?
Well, and look at the response.
The View.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
He's the only one. That's so funny.
Thanks for watching. So
I wonder if it's a bot or if it's like just a terrified intern. Seriously, that wrote back because sometimes it's like an automatic thing.
Oh, really? Joy Behar, who was fired from her last show for lack of ratings, is even worse on The View. We love Barbara.
As if there's like a team Barbara. Like as if there's like people trying to get her back on.
Oh, God,
Barbara's like, I'm good.
She didn't know where she was at the end.
No. And Joy's hilariously brilliant, I think.
I like her. I like Joy.
That show is a mess.
She takes shots. It is a mess. Though,
it's a train wreck. Yeah.
When I was on last time, I had just come from being on there.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. It was a horrible experience.
Are you going to go back?
If they'll have me.
They're not going to have you after saying that.
No. That's not a place for young people. All right. That's fine.
They look at you weird. I remember.
Yeah, they just kind of stare. And it's I guess for women, it's always like, oh no, you don't like me because oh, come on, guys. You were once me.
Oh, because you're young.
The whole studio audience,
the whole studio audience is.
They don't like young and beautiful,
right?
They like messes.
Yes, they like.
I don't. Yeah,
it's housewives from Jersey and Long Island.
It's a lot of elderly black women, which is fine to be elderly and black. Right. But when it's an audience of that, and I make a joke about Twitter, and Whoopi's like, "These people don't know what Twitter is." I'm like, I think they know.
Relax.
Yeah,
Whoopi.
Relax.
Funny's funny. Who cares?
Well, yeah,
just relax.
It should
Not
relate.
into it.
Yeah, it should relate.
I was like, how did they get here? They must know something about social media. I don't think they just like lined up for a free donut.
I have a feeling they know about Twitter. If they're going to The View.
I agree.
So that's cool. You're doing the Tonight Show. That's awesome. You bring your doggy?
I didn't. It was such a quick trip. I also would like to say that for a terrestrial radio station named after a constellation of a dog, it's odd you guys don't allow dogs in the building.
We've had dogs in here.
They don't welcome them.
They won't let her bring Blanche.
I've snuck her in, but in general, New York is not a dog-friendly city.
We've had Nicole. She's had her dog in here. New York's a dog-friendly city.
Disagree.
It's a totally dog-friendly city.
Not compared to Los Angeles.
Everywhere.
Yeah, but it's not as in LA. It's like, oh, it's a therapy dog. All right, come on in. Yeah, you can bring your. It's just a little more lax as we are with everything there.
We got the dog. Bowls outside all this shit.
Outside.
Well, that's where they belong.
They belong inside at the table with the cutlery in their paws. They belong.
But isn't that wearing shoes?
Wearing shoes, voting, getting married to me. Nothing should stop me from marrying my dog.
I like it.
What were you saying, Travis? I heard you in there.
That she's right. They do have to be snuck in.
Snuck in.
Yeah, you can't just bring a dog in.
And even in LA, if you do it, the waiter's like, I don't care. Like if they see the dog.
I think dog friendly. If they leave a bowl out for the dog outside, that's dog friendly, right?
Yeah, that's saying keep your dog outside. That's the opposite of friendly.
What about us people that are very allergic to dogs?
Oh, please.
I am.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Absolutely not.
I itch. I can't breathe.
Blanche, I think it's a psychosomatic thing.
Isn't Blanche an allergy-free dog? Some dogs are. Yes.
Hypoallergenic.
Some dogs are hypoallergenic.
Hypoallergenico.
You know.
I think, and I'm only saying this ignorantly as someone who doesn't have allergies. I think there's a psychosomatic element to it.
I would love to believe you.
Here's why.
It's been a nightmare.
Okay.
I can't be around dogs or cats. Cats are even worse.
Cats are terrible. I took her on the plane one time.
You can't be a dog lover and say cats are terrible.
Not terrible, but look at her, sneaking out. I was on the plane, I take her with me on the plane, and I sat next to a woman for about a half hour. Mm-hmm. And then we hadn't taken off yet, and I unzipped the bag a little bit, and I was like, do you want to see my dog? And she goes, oh, I have to change seats, I'm allergic. After a half hour of sitting next to the dog.
Yeah, but the dog was in the thing.
I unzipped it like a little bit to show her nose, but her thing was I have to move even though the dog is zipped up now that I know.
I get it.
So you guys are liars. No, I believe you. I don't want your throat to close up. Look at the face on that thing.
But isn't it true that if you said that it was a therapy dog, they would have to let the dog in the building?
Not only said, got a letter and everything.
And they didn't let the dog in the building?
Oh, yeah, they do. It's a battle I don't want to pick all the time.
Right.
I just usually zip her up. No one knows that I have a dog in a bag.
Right. But you might as well play that card.
If they're going to be annoying about it, I'll be like, look, I've got the letter. You legally cannot ask me to leave.
Right.
Am I abusing the system? 100%.
You really like dogs.
I just like my dog.
But
look at the face.
I can't imagine restaurants letting dogs in. That happens in L.A.
They don't let. I mean, you can sit on the patio. If they see the dog head poking out, a lot of times the waiter doesn't care enough.
Right.
She had me holding her. We were working at Gotham a couple of years back, and I'm sitting there holding Blanche on the side of the stage.
It's just a known thing. If there's comics around, they're going to hold the dog.
They're going to hold the dog while you do your set.
I never make anyone, but I think I will say,
she's adorable. I mean,
I didn't mind it one bit. No, one of the nights I had to run out to another set, and I was like, I can't hold Blanche tonight, but I'll be back for the second show.
I apologize.
She's like, you better get your ass back here for the second show.
I need you.
I'll be back.
A disgusting place. I mean, we all love Paris, but they're too lax with dogs, and then I get grossed out.
What do they do there?
The dogs are like at the bar. Like with their heads on the bar. And some dogs are gross, that's too much.
I like that you acknowledge that it could be a little too much.
Why are we going through my Instagram?
Because you have
always something interesting on your Instagram.
You have a very sexy Instagram, Eliza.
You were Ronda Rousey last time.
Yeah,
for Halloween.
Yeah,
we saw you, Ronda Rousey.
I love her.
And you had some nice poses.
Ronda.
You went to Mexico for free. I follow you on Instagram.
I did.
And it pissed off a bunch of people.
We went.
You were bragging. I don't know if you should brag that you got to Mexico for free.
It was, did I say that on there? Did I say that on there?
What is it? You do the neti pot?
I did it out of boredom. I couldn't sleep the other night.
I hear that's bullshit.
Everybody swears by it. I don't have sinus problems, so I did it just to see if it would flow out. That's a video. And it was okay.
Let me see the video of you doing the neti pot.
Hold on, something else is open, I think.
Yeah, something else is playing in the background, but there's... Oh, that's fucking... That's not sexy, Eliza. What the hell are you doing?
You don't have to share everything.
I'm used to sexy when I go to your Instagram.
I can't. I'm glad that I provided that.
What the fuck?
She's fine. It's
I like
fine.
it.
Thank you.
I like it.
Unfollow.
I don't have to be sexy. I'm funny. Thank God.
You got sexy, though, too.
I think most men appreciate that.
I appreciate
the realness of it.
I do.
It shows your vulnerability.
Did it clear out your nasal passages?
They weren't stuffy.
So you
I
were
was just bored.
Oh, okay.
Somebody gave me that years ago. It's like a ceramic crafted neti pot, and I just kept it.
How do you know that's not a teapot?
Because there's no top to it.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Angry baby bull.
Oh, it's so weird to walk now with people around.
Yes.
Angry baby bull.
You make these things like in a vacuum. Like it was like midnight in my own house.
Well, you do realize people do see this stuff,
you
right?
You do and you don't. Like I'm always surprised when people like saw your Instagram. I'm like, what? You were looking?
Yeah.
Because it's such like a private thing when you do it. We can get away from that picture.
Why?
All right.
You put it up. You put it up.
Not today. It's a different day.
The one thing I want
3 days ago.
Anyone ever get their...
No recollection. That was so long ago. In comic years, that was forever ago. I'm like a dog. I only know the present.
You put it up twice.
There's 2 different videos.
Yeah, man, if you haven't like posted something in 3 days on your social media, whatever it is, it does feel like a lifetime, right? Like, that thing I did 3 days ago, that's really old now.
Or especially if you're stalking someone, whether you love them or hate them. Like, I have like people that like I love to look at because they're the worst.
Yeah.
And when they don't post for a couple days, I get annoyed.
Who do you stalk out there?
You don't know this I'm not going to say the person. I'm not going to blow up this person.
All right, but tell why you stalk them.
There's this person who they're like, no one knows who they are. They're not famous or anything. And the guy's just a total loser and he's just a bad... I don't want to say anything without saying his name, but he just thinks he's the greatest thing ever. And he always gives like life lessons about raising his son and being a single parent. And then in the next post, he'll be like, doing a bunch of drugs tonight. Let's get I can curse. Let's get fucking wasted. And I'm like, your kid's gonna see this. Yeah. Like you can't be a party animal and a father and have it all in the same spectrum.
All in one social media.
It's not like hard drugs, like MDMA. It's not like let's smoke pot. And I'm like, give it a rest.
Okay. And you get annoyed when he doesn't post. I
get annoyed when he doesn't post because, like, I will plan going to bed around stalking his Instagram.
Oh, my God,
like,
really?
I'm going to settle in. I'm going to look at 3 posts. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to go to bed.
That's awesome.
I'll show it to you.
It's just a regular person.
No, but I'm not going to say that. I'm just not going to say anything because I really don't want to.
Please tell us who it is. I want to see this person now.
I'll show it to you. I'll show you 2. There's another one that I don't...
Just write it down and give it to Eric.
No way. You guys are going to put it up on the thing.
It's just for us.
One of them's private, and he blocked me after I'd given his handle to like 3 other comics, and I think he saw comics were following him, and he blocked all of us. But
really?
The guy Instagrams his Postmates orders, like pictures of what he ordered, and he only orders shrimp. So it'll be like 70. This is a different guy of the two I stopped. So it'll be like $76. Like if you're getting shrimp at Nobu, I guess you could brag about that. He's like, Outback Steakhouse, so much shrimp. Oh yeah, and it's just shrimp. It's so like, are you a harp seal? Like who eats that much shrimp? Obsessed.
Wow. Okay.
Obsessed.
All right,
I'll show it to you. I'll show it.
I'm in. I gotta check this out.
I'll show you the other one.
Is this one of them?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's shrimp.
Even if it was, I wouldn't. The shrimp one's blocked. The other one I'll show you.
Okay. It's not
this person?
Who is that? I don't know who that person is.
No. All right. She'll
It's not somebody that lives in New York.
Okay.
It's not somebody that
Why
you know.
You're just guessing now, Eric?
You guys won't get
No,
it.
he came over twice. Paul came over because I thought he cracked the case. He's
How
very
did you
smart
crack
about
the
this
case?
stuff.
That's
He
not the
knows
person. I don't know who that person is.
Yeah, he didn't exactly crack the case because both names he walked over and said were wrong.
Yeah, that's not correct.
Let's see what happens
It's not
when-
anybody that you know
Is
or
it
that
someone
knows
named
anybody.
Shrimp Nick?
Shrimpo is different than the one that I sit in bed and stalk.
Okay.
Shrimp Nick.
That's not Shrimp Nick.
Shrimp Nick.
If you just Google shrimp.
That's what we're doing
That's
now.
what I just did.
On Instagram.
No,
He's
he
the first
doesn't
one
have
that
the
comes
word
out.
shrimp in there because I don't think he knows his own addiction.
Shrimp Nick.
All right. Speaking of the neti pot, the one thing I do want to do is get my ears cleaned. Have you ever done that one?
With a candle?
Well, what was the one? Was it Thailand?
Bert Kreischer was talking about
Bert
this.
Kreischer. What was it? In Thailand?
Oh, right.
I think it was.
Is it an earwax candle? Like that
No,
they were
no,
doing?
Oh, these guys get in with tools and stuff. Bert
No.
Kreischer was telling us about it and the stuff that came out of his ear.
Oh, God.
Right? It was him?
Yeah. It was
For one of his
definitely him.
shows?
Yep. Here, Vietnamese ear cleaning.
That sounds like a torture.
Supposedly, this is
Vietnamese ear cleaning.
This is the real deal. They take it very, very seriously.
I can't look at this.
And you can just
Straight razor shave on a busy street at rush hour. And then his first ever
Let me see this.
You heard it right. Ear picking.
A little nervous about the ears.
I'm not letting that. That's so
For
insane.
$1.50 an ear, this guy uses what looks like a dental hygienist's kit to poke, prod, and clean deep into your ear canal. That's
No.
what he's going in your ears with. That's a razor
No.
blade. It's going to be fine. He does this all the time. No regulations, no licensure.
Look, he has like a miner's hat on.
Needles and
No!
The guy wears a miner's hat.
and a very steady hand.
There are miners trapped in his ear.
Oh!
Look what he pulled out. That's like that's almost as big as a raisin.
That came out of your ear! Chris,
Got it? You got it?
you got to see what they took out of his ear.
No.
Yeah, we'll tweet out this video. It's called Vietnamese ear cleaning on YouTube. That's big. That's almost a raisin.
I'm waiting for the.
How have you been listening to us at all?
I can't.
Wow. Can we get that done in New York? Let's do that for the show.
Vietnamese ear cleaning.
Look at Iliza. What's wrong?
I could have looked at it.
She's disturbed.
As I was dry heaving, this is my second memory of having that experience in the studio. There's
was the
another.
first
I don't
time?
remember. I have to think about it. Something gross. I have only had coffee. I can't.
You can't. Your face just changed.
It's so gross.
You all right?
In your ear. That's part of his brain.
Right.
That's so unsafe.
Look up Vietnamese ear cleaning. See if we can get it done in New York City.
Okay.
I've never had my ears cleaned. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's saving me though with these headphones on. I think it's dulling the sound.
Block out the haters?
I think block out the haters and
So dumb.
and helping me from not going deaf. I think.
I got punched in the head. I got mugged, and it dislodged a giant chunk like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Recently?
No, 10, 15 years ago.
What do you mean? What?
I was in Birmingham, Alabama, and a buddy of mine were at this bar, and these dudes jumped us, and they maced us, and they beat the shit out of us. And
Did you deserve
You're
it?
smiling.
So, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, what had led up to that? Okay.
Maybe we called them something. I don't know.
What'd you
Possibly.
call them?
I don't remember
Oh, don't
exactly.
what color were they?
So no, hillbillies. Yeah. So not what anything. So, but when I flew home on the plane, I couldn't hear when I landed back in New York City, and there's an emergency room that's 24 hours over in the 60s over about York Avenue, and I went down there at like 1 a.m, and he did something like that. It sounded like a cork coming out of a champagne bottle when they pulled this thing out of my ear.
Did it feel good?
It felt great, and I could hear again, and the pressure was gone. It totally solved
was it?
It was just a ball of wax. I'd gotten kicked in the head from the mugging, and it knocked loose a giant chunk of wax, and it literally rolled down and was stuck somewhere in my ear, and I couldn't hear.
Come on.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
How deep is the ear canal? Because you think wax is just like in the front of it.
because that's where the Q-tips go. But I guess
Yeah, no, I couldn't believe it. It was he took hemostats and reached in there, and I'm guaranteeing, Paul, it was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want it done. I got to get my ears
No,
cleaned.
but would you do it like that though?
Yes.
On the street? with
Yes.
a dental kit.
$1.50.
That guy knew what he was doing.
$1.50 in a year.
I oddly trust him.
Yes,
More than
I do.
like, yeah, I oddly
I would
trust
definitely
that.
do it that way.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
I mean, they're set up. They take it seriously. They're on the side of the road.
Yeah, if he fucks up one, then he'll be out of business for at least an hour.
Yeah, he'll just move down the street.
Yeah, right.
There's no regulation.
Office moved. Oh, are there other ones? Like, are there videos of other disgusting things that have come out? Oh, you could do your own. You can get the kit.
Sure.
How do you can't do your own.
Sure.
I mean, you could do that. What is it? The ear candle? The ear candle?
It's an ear candle.
Is that the one, right?
Yeah.
But I hear that's sort of like bullshit.
I don't think that's real.
The nail place I went to last night, they had a poster on the wall for ear candle.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I do the nails thing every once in a while with the wife.
It's lovely.
It's kind of relaxing.
Yeah.
They look at my toes and I'm like, oh, fuck you. They get really mad.
Ron White gets his toes done.
I got one that,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
any day I think I could pull this nail right off my fucking toe.
It's just hanging on by a
It's
thread.
thick and it's just
Yellow. Is it
It's
yellow?
not yellow.
Is it like a fungal thing or it's just thick?
I had that when I was, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 years ago, and I did the pills, and it went completely away. You just can't drink or anything on it because it fucks up your liver. You got to be really careful. But that shit works. I mean, my toes are clear again. But I got one it wobbles like a loose tooth.
You want to pull it out so bad.
Yes.
Every day. Does it hurt?
No.
Let's pull it out now.
No.
Let's do that and get the ear cleaning. We'll fuck up your whole day.
I'll tell you why you can't at this moment, and I certainly would do that for Iliza Shlesinger, but I cut it all the way almost off. And then it grows back, and then then it wobbles again. It's down to nothing right now.
It's like a nub.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Can I tell you something gross?
He's going to take his shoe off. And
The
show it
woman
to you.
doing the manicure yesterday had a wart on her hand. And the person I was with, I was like, she's got a wart. Look at that wart. Yeah, they're contagious.
Nah, it's too low now.
Is it not gross? Because if it's not gross, I don't want to see it.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not bad. No, there's nothing.
All right.
It's all, because I just picked all my toenails off over the weekend.
Nice sneakers.
You like them, right?
Yeah.
He's fashionable.
Did you get them at James First? Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Those
James
are the Italian
First.
skateboard sneakers. I have a pair.
I know I'm too old for them, but I still love them.
You guys, he's wearing $600 sneakers right now.
They zip up the side. They zip up the
Yep,
side.
I have them.
You got them? Mm-hmm. I got two pairs.
I have the black ones because I like to dress like a lesbian.
Who doesn't?
I know, right? Look at my vest. Yeah, if you look in the back of Michael's head, the guy in the picture, that's the earwax candle model. See?
Okay.
Candle?
Oh, yeah.
So she was... That's it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
She seems to be in a little bit of pain. She's trying to hide it.
She's dead, actually.
Do I know that guy?
That's Michael. He's the booker of The Tonight Show. You might know him.
I've seen him around.
Yeah, I've seen him around.
Michael Cox used to book Chelsea Lately.
Now we're just looking at pictures, but I know that guy.
That's it. So he came with me.
I'm looking for the shrimp guy.
You'll never find the Shrimpy because his account is private and he's not famous.
Okay.
And it doesn't have the word shrimp in his name.
I gotta ask Vic, and I don't even know, so it's to Iliza as well. You finally finished Making a Murderer?
Yes.
I finished it.
Yeah.
Oh, you watched?
Oh, I watched it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I finished it too. When I left the show Tuesday, I went home and watched the last 3.
Now, have you been going online and finding all the shit they left out of the documentary?
Not really. No,
What did they leave out?
Yeah. All kinds of things.
we've been
Because I
doing
just
this all
assumed he was
week.
innocent.
No, all kinds of things. There's all kinds of stuff
Eric,
that they left
what are the
out.
big
That
ones?
make him guilty or make him innocent?
That,
I go back and forth.
Yeah.
Now I don't think he did it again.
Where's the blood?
The nephew totally.
The nephew's retarded.
He should be out of jail, yes.
He should be in jail. People like that. You just confess to a murder?
Right.
This man has no place in our society. He's not going to go on to do great things.
You know,
Cut him off.
That's the most logical angle I've heard in the last 2 weeks of discussing
That's
this.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that people like that are very scary. Can you imagine like confessing to something that you didn't do?
Right? You're that feeble-minded.
Oh, I know they pressure the hell out of you in those rooms, but fuck.
No, if you don't have any degree of mental fortitude, that means you can't hold on a normal job. Like he can't.
Yeah.
He's not a functioning member of society.
He didn't realize how much trouble he was in. At first, he wanted to go back to class because he had a project due. Right?
He wanted to be back by 129.
129, and then he was telling his mom that he hopes he could be home for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
is
just
the fabric
confess
of
to this
America.
murder. Yeah, I'll just confess to this so I can go.
If it means I can watch WrestleMania.
Let me just incriminate a man who perhaps didn't do it, so I can get home and watch.
And myself.
TV.
And myself.
And myself.
And myself. Let's-
Stephen Avery was a creeper toward this woman. He star 67'd her twice that day. He
Wait.
called her twice.
The first one?
No,
No, he was exonerated from that. So but the murder he's accused of, he stalked her.
The photographer.
Yeah.
Yes.
He star 67'd her, meaning like to get her number, but I don't remember.
He called her 3 times that day.
This wasn't in the documentary.
No.
He called her 3 times after she left.
No, to get her to come there.
No.
Okay. Well, he's got a lot of cars that need selling.
No.
Well, previously he had her come to the property.
Okay, what is it?
He answered the door in a towel.
Yes.
Okay. Well, he's stupid.
Yes.
He's stupid. He's not a murderer. He's just dumb.
He might. I don't know. So the day she came, he called her and he star 67. So she didn't know who was calling.
Oh, he blocked it
twice.
I forgot the 90s.
And then after she was murdered, according to the timeline, he called her again without the star 67. Maybe possibly setting up his old alibi. Like, where are you? You never showed up here today.
And we don't know what he said when he called
say.
with the star 67?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah. And also, the dumb kid apparently had bleach all over his clothing, which they didn't mention.
We learned that yesterday.
No.
But what about the room? Like, if you murder someone like that...
Well, that's ridiculous.
But that's the other thing, is that they suggested in the Avery case that they did the murder in the bedroom, but then in the dumb kid's case, it was done in the garage.
Yes.
They said it was in the garage.
I don't remember that part.
Well, they didn't find any blood anywhere, I don't think.
Anywhere. So how do you kill someone? How do you...
They found the bullet with the DNA in it in the garage.
But she wasn't shot. Was she? Oh, they said she was shot.
She was shot.
Oh, yeah,
but then we had a guy who was a little creepy earlier this week who said, look, there's no blood because what you're supposed to do is wrap the body up in a tarp before you shoot him.
Yeah. There's some guy calling from Wisconsin from the prison over there.
Yeah, right? It's a collect call from Wisconsin. Will you accept the charges?
So I go back and forth. Like every day there's something new that pops on this case, and then you're like, oh, he's guilty. Oh, shit, now he can't be guilty. So it's fascinating.
Yeah, we sat in here the other day, both, and we were just like, yeah, no, yes, no, oh, wow.
Well, now that you watched the whole thing, what do you think without doing the extra research online?
The only thing I can,
the cops didn't kill the broad.
No, I know that. Right, exactly. That's a long stretch of the imagination.
Is it?
I think
cops don't kill people.
I think they were a little dirty.
They were dirty cops.
But they didn't kill her. There's no fucking way that happened.
The system obviously had it out for him from the get-go.
Yeah.
The guy is no model citizen anyway, but he doesn't deserve life in jail for something he didn't do.
Well, you heard what he did to the cat.
Yes. That is what
the real
a serial
thing he did to the cat. In the documentary, they downplayed it.
What, he killed the cat?
Yeah, but in the documentary, didn't they say that he threw it across the fire or whatever and it lit? But what actually happened, he made sure there was a lot of oil on the
gasoline or something. Yeah,
gasoline.
Yeah,
things like that. They tell you
and absolutely threw it in the fire.
Yeah,
they tell you to look for things like that in your kid because that's what becomes a serial killer. Like when you hurt animals. So the second they said that, I'm like, well, this guy wasn't going to go on to do great things. Mm-hmm. Maybe he should be in jail.
Yeah.
You hurt a cat. You hurt an animal.
If I'm on the jury, though, I don't know what I would do because there's reasonable doubt all over it.
There's absolutely
reasonable doubt.
So if I'm on the jury, I'm not going to be able to do anything. I would have blocked the thing, I guess.
But they convicted. I would have said that. But they were like, we want to go home. Fine, screw it.
If Stephen Avery didn't do it, I keep looking at that Bobby Dassey.
Yeah,
Bobby Dassey. He was creepy to me. And his alibi is with...
It's the brother of the half-wit.
Yeah, he was weird.
Yeah.
Why would you let your brother do the time if you did the crime? Right?
It's so bizarre.
And his alibi is only with another guy that was creepy, that they saw each other as they were going hunting on the road.
Yeah, those two right there.
Oh,
those two right there. They cover up for each other.
Was it Esquire? Someone did like a list of like the top 10 haircuts in this documentary.
That's pretty good.
Or like hairdos.
That's pretty good.
We went with the top 10 hot list.
I think maybe it was that, and they went through the hair, something like that. Oh, everyone's terrible.
I want to see the hair list if there is one.
Did I make that up? Or maybe it was within the hot list. Maybe I just made it.
It was on Bro Bible. They had the hottest people from the documentary.
Yeah,
really
I did see that.
Hairstyles.
Yes, there it is.
Oh, what is this one?
He's the FBI guy.
Making a murderer hairstyles. Okay.
He's the FBI guy.
Okay.
Go through it. Go through it, Eric, fast.
We got the lab swoop with Stash. That's one of the FBI guys.
Okay.
The only attractive person was that one TV reporter. The one who's stunning.
The one girl.
Yes.
Yeah, they keep showing her a lot.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah, they show her.
And she was on Letterman. Did you see that
I saw
clip? That clip was making the rounds yesterday.
Yeah. She was actually on a piece that I wrote. I didn't realize that.
That was your piece?
Celebrity X-Ray.
But was that before?
That was well before.
Well before the murder?
Yeah.
Well before all this shit?
Yes.
So why the hell was she on Letterman?
Because she was a fan of the show. She was in New York. She was in Rupert G's Deli.
Yeah, no, I know. I saw the clip yesterday.
Yep. And then she had to guess who's...
We should tweet that out on our Twitter account. Okay. Really strange. They found a clip where the hot one you're talking about, the reporter with the glasses and the brunette, was on Letterman years earlier.
Oh.
Just out of college or something. Maybe she was in New York and just happened to be picked for that bit that it turns out Eric Stengel wrote.
Yeah.
All right. Go.
I'm connected to the murder now. Okay, so there's the upside-down afro.
Of Stephen Avery.
All these people are
the eye tickler.
The eye tickler hairdo. The eye tickler.
I don't remember that guy.
Oh, I did.
That's
hair,
the handsome reporter.
Yeah, he had, and it's just thick. That's a thick-ass head of hair.
They called him the Silver Fox on the other list.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. The Greek
sketch
pizza
artist.
shop owner. That guy was...
I thought that was a sketch artist. Did I watch this?
Yeah, that was a sketch artist.
Yeah, he was a sketch artist.
Yeah. They're
was kind of a dick.
They're nicknaming everybody, though.
There she is.
Yeah.
The hell no reporter bangs, okay? And, oh, God.
Oy.
Oh, the Dassy
The
dude.
Dassy dude.
And, oh, God. The Jody.
That would be a Jody.
That's Avery's girlfriend. And the mullet.
That's just a hipster haircut. This guy's got a thick head of hair.
Luscious lawyer.
Did anybody see the brief interview clip that they had of the two lawyers and they had the ashes on their head?
Yes, I did.
Right.
I just thought it was weird they didn't mention it. They're like, we're just going to let people figure it out.
Yeah.
I was like, I just thought that was
They needed an update, and they just happened to go get their ashes that day.
That hair, that's bad. The Nancy Grace sister, that's good. The Guy Fieri mom.
Yeah, and then you got good old, what's his name there? And Ken Kratz.
Can't you see Chris Farley doing him in a sketch?
Yes.
I hated how he talked with his soft mouth.
Oh, it was so weird. Yeah, it was so bizarre. Because he was oxyed up.
His tongue was...
Oh, yeah. I guess that's true.
Maybe that's what it was.
It's because he's oxyed up, absolutely.
The Avery Page
I've had that haircut.
Sadly, I've had 3 or 4 of these.
Very short hair.
if we're admitting anything today.
She was interesting.
That's the bus driver?
The scientist.
Oh, the scientist. That's right, yeah. The Thing was an amazing documentary, but I don't know. So what do you think, without seeing this extra stuff, do you think he was framed?
Based on the documentary, it seemed like he was framed.
No kidding.
Right?
But it was a bit slanted.
I mean...
Ken Kratz came out with all sorts of stuff saying, there was so much stuff that just wasn't in the thing. You heard about the sweat under the latch?
No. I didn't. Once I'm done watching something, I move on.
Well, that's how I am usually with this thing. I'm like, there's got to be more info.
What's the sweat under the latch?
They found DNA under the latch to the hood of her car. His DNA, not
sweat.
blood.
But he could have been showing her, like, she's taking pictures for an Auto Trader magazine.
Well, this is the problem, and I don't know which is true.
Of her car?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
They first said it was the hood of the car, but now they're saying it was the trunk, right? But they've said both. But I could see if she pulls up and all of a sudden, this guy knows a bit about cars, and she could go, I'm having a little problem. He could have said, let me take a look.
But he never mentioned that.
No, he didn't even talk to her hardly.
And he didn't testify, which, Jimmy brought up yesterday. That's
Which is weird. Which is weird that he didn't.
There she is. The reporter.
Super hot.
And Jeanette Levy on Letterman. We'll tweet that out. She was the hot reporter. Very different hair. A lot lighter hair in that one. But yeah, so you got that as well. He didn't testify.
But it seems like everything that they present in the documentary, now there's like either evidence to the contrary or there's just left out stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. It's not my job to, I guess, scrutinize it as much as just be a viewer of it. Plus, no matter what we think, the guy's not going to get out of jail.
Well, now that Ken Kratz guy, who I was not likable in the documentary at all, but since where he's defending his point, because he's like, you fuckers, you left out so much of the physical evidence that's important, like the bleach on Brandon Dassey's jeans, because, it was the claim is that they cleaned up with a whole bunch of bleach. He's getting all sorts of death threats.
In jail?
A whole bunch. No, he's the lawyer.
Oh, the lawyer.
Yeah.
What about the car?
He was the prosecutor.
Remember how they went right to the car? Did they say anything else about that when they found her car in his yard covered up?
Yeah,
because it seemed weird that they just went right to it.
Of course,
the Lord took me to that car.
Yeah, that's what the lady said.
In red states, that's a valid excuse.
The Lord, Jesus, I felt the presence.
One of the theories is that a couple of the searchers were on the property without a warrant and found the car, and that explains why the police officer called in to make sure if the license plate was the actual car. And since they didn't have a warrant, they couldn't do anything then. So then they had to kind of pretend to rediscover it on an official search warrant.
All right, calm down. Jesus.
I'm going to bust this thing wide open.
Yeah.
But then
today.
Right now.
But then there's a car crusher on the property. Why wouldn't you just crush the car if you murdered the
right next to it?
Because he's dumb.
Right.
The guy's dumb.
But then what do you do with the crushed car?
Yeah.
That's evidence too still. He
Eat
probably
the car.
could have ate it.
Eat it piece by piece.
I don't, I mean...
I know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not creepy to answer the door in a towel. Drew wants everyone to know. Let me go to
I don't
Drew.
think men think about that shit as much as women do. Like, I feel like dudes would just, like, maybe he was doing something, he answers the door, he's a dumb guy.
I had a paper route. Every once in a while, one of those older broads would open the door with a little robe on.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't brave enough to explore what that meant. For I knew what it meant as far as my 13-year-old body.
He lives in a remote area, far, like, pushed by somebody, I don't know, and, like, if he's expecting her, then that's dumb. But he's also dumb. That's the other thing. He's not he's got a 70 IQ, so we're expecting him to make intelligent decisions.
No, the nephew has the 70.
He can't be that many
they
more
both
points.
have a 70?
Yes.
Oh, shocker.
Yes.
That family didn't breed one genius.
I didn't know that.
No, yeah, you found out. They told his right in the episode 1. In episode 1, they mentioned
I forgot. All right.
He's like 73, and then the nephew's is like 70. They're literally within 5 points of each other.
Only thing I was
thinking. They must throw a party when they get to 70. Like, yeah.
You're not legally retarded.
We made it. Exactly. Yeah, because isn't it like that's the border?
Yeah, you can't have under 70 is a different world for you.
Oh, that's a party.
Yeah.
That is a party.
All I kept thinking watching this documentary, looking at him and like some of his family was like, how come these idiots get to have natural blonde hair and piercing blue eyes? Like, why do they get those genetics and I've got to get my hair colored and they're like dark blue? Right? It's like all the good stuff. Everybody's got a nose people want. Like, they're all like, they're not attractive, but they have the features that are sought after.
Steve Avery has a nice nose. You're
and
right.
Gorgeous eyes and white blonde hair.
Yeah, let's say hi to Drew, who says it's not creepy to answer the door in a towel. Go ahead, Drew.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I've been listening all week about this murder conversation. I just want to throw my 2 cents in.
Sure.
I was just thinking, like, guys in general are creeps, man. We go to bars, we go to strip clubs. We know we're not going to take any of the women home that are, like, serving us, but we still tip them extra. I mean, him just opening the door, just trying to show off a little bit, I don't personally think makes him a serial killer, or a murderer, rather.
No, I don't think it makes him a murderer.
No, I agree. I mean, if you're attracted to the person, you might be like, oh, geez, I thought you were coming in an hour.
But you might want to see my flaccid dick.
I mean, he was locked up for 18. He was locked up for 18 years. He was obviously trying to make up for lost time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
I also just want to say, I mean, all the evidence that you guys keep talking about and they showed, does it really push it beyond a reasonable doubt? Like, yeah, we obviously think things on both sides, but can he really convict them on it all?
No, I think
they did.
There was plenty of reasonable doubt there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. They did. They locked his ass up.
I go back and forth. For the most part, I think he really did this thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's other cases. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but the reasonable doubt, I think, was clearly present. I think they screwed up on that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The one juror that left, he seems to be tortured by it. Every time they cut to him in the documentary, he's like, it's almost like he's saying, if I was on there, I could have locked the jury.
Then you should have stayed.
Stayed
and told your wife, shut up.
I wonder
visit your wife at her grave later.
What was the? I want to know what the medical.
What happened?
Someone's family had a family emergency.
He had a medical. Said it was a medical emergency.
All that has come out. He said that his wife told him to come home.
God.
Really?
That's all that has come out.
Horny.
As far as that
Get
goes.
home. I'm in a robe.
So maybe there was something else.
Well, the judge.
Watch the plot twist be that he was actually the murderer, and he was.
Drew. Drew cracking it wide open.
Like that.
Right? And I just want to just say, Dan Soder yesterday was killing it. I listened to your show twice yesterday. All those impressions. But, all right, guys, thanks, man.
Can I just say, for the guys listening, I know that he just made it okay that men are creepy and do gross things.
Yeah.
Don't answer the door in a towel. Like, that's completely unrequited. No girl is like, oh, yeah, 2 inches of fury under that terry cloth just for me.
It's one of our moves, though.
Don't.
Yeah,
It's gross.
It's one of our moves.
I jumped in the hallway naked once because I thought it was my wife coming home earlier and it was the UPS man.
Yeah. That's different. It's your wife. It's not a stranger.
It's one of our moves.
We will let you know when we're ready. I don't. You could go to jail for that. This guy had his move, and now look at
He
him.
didn't have his penis showing. He was just in a towel.
You don't know that because she's dead now.
That's a very good point. Wow.
With those piercing blue eyes and that white electric hair.
All right. You're right about that.
Yeah, we don't need you to show it to us. We know where it is.
All right. God, every time we say making a murderer, the phones just go nuts. I think there's no blood because bullet stays in the head. Eliza, don't do those neti pots. They aren't safe.
Okay, I won't do it.
But you just did it as a goof for your Instagram. Judge kind of implied he was guilty of the rape. He used to draw torture chambers. That's right. When he was in jail for 18 years, he basically said when he comes out, he's gonna. What was the exact quote, Eric? He was gonna build
his own torture chamber.
Build his own torture chamber.
I think he said he was going to lure someone from Auto Trader and then murder them. That's the quote.
It was very specific.
He basically said
it's a weird fetish.
I think he basically said torture chamber. I'm going to build one of those and I'm going to do some of that raping.
Yeah,
he said right.
Yes, that's what he said.
Some of that raping I heard so much about.
But I said it a little differently because he's got a 70 IQ.
That all the kids are doing.
Yeah,
He said that though.
Oh,
yeah. But like Jimmy made a good point about that as well. Can you trust what other inmates are saying that people said in there?
Yeah, there's a code of truth. Once incarcerated, everyone abides by it.
By the way, I think the Auto Trader people are missing a huge opportunity. I went to their website. There's no mention of making a murderer. I think as seen on Netflix.
As seen on.
You got to go with as seen on Netflix.
I know this is like a terrible thing to say, and I know this is like kind of in the realm of like precogging things, but like, even if he didn't do it, this guy, do we need this man out free? Someone like that? So big deal. One life wasted. It's terrible. Oh my God. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I was trying to think about your point for a second.
I'm just saying, if we want to raise contributing members to society, this guy he's a fuck up and he's creepy.
But can you imagine?
But he's innocent.
He definitely went away for 18 years.
For something he didn't do.
From 85 to 2003 for something he did not do.
And seemed unaffected.
At the time, they definitely had that Anthony Greg, what was his name?
Starts with an A, Alden.
Anthony, I want to say Anthony, but...
Anthony Anderson.
Greg Anthony used to play for the Knicks, though.
That was
what was his name? Oh, God.
We'll find it.
Can I just say that when he came out of jail the first time, he didn't seem that affected by it?
He looked great.
It's like, I'm just happy to be out. I have a beard now.
He had a girlfriend and a beard.
That guy gets a girlfriend. Yeah. That seems fair.
When I didn't know anything and I just started this documentary, he didn't look great. He had that really crazy, long, fucked up beard with a shaved head. And then, the next scene, they show him in that jacket going to court. I thought that was his son because he now shaved his beard and grew in his hair a little bit. He looked like 20 years younger.
Yeah.
What was the guy that ended up doing the initial rape? I forgot his name.
Oh.
Why can't we find? Everyone's probably screaming at their radios. They know.
Yeah, I can't remember. He looks like him.
Just type in who raped first.
Siri, who served?
Oh my God! I want to say
you're just getting stuff about him.
No, it's just driving me nuts.
It should be right there.
Of course, it should.
Do.
Oh my God! Just stop the whole show for a dumb
Didn't
name.
have an E in the name.
It was.
Maybe type in Penny Bernstein or whatever her name is, and then maybe it'll.
It was
Gregory A. Allen.
Yeah, Gregory
Allen. I knew it was okay. It was Allen, not Anthony.
Paul Allen.
Allen. There you have it. So,
but shouldn't he also get credit for the 18 years and not have to serve for 18 years, even though it's a different crime?
Well, he's in for life, though.
Yeah, let him serve in 18 years. Let him figure it out.
Maybe go in 18 years,
That's
have
what I'm
18
saying.
free and then go.
Yeah,
right.
But now,
if you murdered someone, you got to go.
And I didn't realize his IQ was around 70s because I was like, holy fuck,
how smart.
You didn't hear him talk?
I was ready to say. I was ready to say.
Nothing about him?
But I was thinking, how stupid are you? You just did 18 years. You would be squeaky clean
so
at that.
How stupid are you?
The dumbest.
70 IQ.
But now that I missed the part where
barely
they said his
legal
IQ
to drive.
was 70, then you understand the stupid part of doing dumb things after spending 18 years in prison for something you didn't do.
When he was,
I felt bad for the mom just waddling around from court to prison. It was just unbelievable.
How cool is the dad though? How legit is that dad?
Yeah,
not fucking around. Definitely fought in Korea.
He doesn't seem
awesome
too
shit.
bothered by the whole thing.
Because they're stupid people.
He's just still living.
They exist like dogs, like a homeostasis of just content. Kind of upset, rile it up, shake it off.
There was a scene where he's showing us his tomato plants. I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
He was trying to show you that he built the house for him. That's what that whole angle was. That, he told him he wanted to live up in the woods and have his vegetables, and so the dad went up there and did it for him.
Someone wrote, which I thought was pretty interesting, they're like, they'll never reopen this case because if they reopen this case, then every case that was tried, they would have to look at as far as all the cops being involved with everything else that happened in that area.
Well, yeah, best to keep
and that would just
people.
cost. He tweeted something like it would cost billions, but I mean, it certainly would cost a lot of money to open up a whole bunch of cases if they open this one up.
But if you didn't do anything and you're sitting in prison, isn't that? I mean, what's the point? Just to convict anyone?
Oh, you're right, but I mean,
what are we spending the money on?
But
anyway?
I believe that type of stuff does happen. They're like, oh, it's better for everybody if we don't reopen this case.
I think that's ignorant.
Yeah, of course. But
the dog is so ugly.
He's working on it. I like he's
the hairless terrier.
What is she petting?
There you go.
Oh, look at his face.
Perfect for people with dog hair
There you go.
allergies.
There you go.
I ain't buying
This
that
dog,
shit.
look at how upset he looks. Like, where's my coat?
I don't want a dog that looks like it was in a fire.
It's called a Stephen Avery dog. Oh, now I feel bad I said that.
Stephen Avery dog.
It's an Avery dog.
I like it.
Yeah. He looks worried.
Just petting, like,
it's weird.
Skin. Like, they got a pig with a dog head on it.
Strange.
A pig with a dog head.
The poor news guy.
Huh?
The poor news guy having to sit there and act like he's interested in this.
He's happy he doesn't have to talk about Trump for 2 minutes.
Yeah, right?
Enough with the Trump, he's saying. All right, you got to go at 9, I'm hearing.
I don't have to go.
Can you stay longer?
Should I stay longer? I would like to stay.
No, you stay then.
I'd like you to stay.
I heard you only could do an hour, so.
I'll stay. I have nothing to do until 2:30, so this makes it easier for me. I mean, I don't have to say.
We were supposed to drink some, what was it called again?
Black Velvet.
Black Velvet.
We were going to drink some Black Velvets, and I want to get my ears cleaned by some Vietnamese person.
E-Rock is looking into the Vietnamese ear cleaner. Calling around, trying to see who's open, see if anyone can come down and do it.
Probably call them on their Bluetooth. I guarantee they all have Bluetooth.
Well, you got to keep your hands free to be digging around the ear.
Sure.
You have to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, Eliza, what are you promoting? You got the Tonight Show tonight.
I've got the Tonight Show tonight, and then
that's awesome.
I've got the West Palm or Palm Beach? I've got the Improv in Florida. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I even told my West Palm.
It's West Palm, right?
In Florida, January 21 through the 23rd.
Okay.
And I would say Vancouver, but it's sold out, so don't bother.
Want to sing karaoke today?
No. Do I want it right now?
No.
That, like last time. No.
Yeah.
No, I saw that clip and I was mortified.
I know you were. That's why we put it up.
Oh, man.
Oh, when we got her to sing the Aerosmith?
Yes.
I thought that was great.
It was
you
great.
owned it. You
Thank
owned
you.
it. You
did all right,
owned
man.
it.
Great.
Every time I go on stage at the Improv at home now, they play that song.
Really?
Like, that's like my white trash entrance music.
That's great.
Like, it's just such stripper music. It's great.
Vic Henley.
Live from Lou's Cruise.
On iTunes. Please get that one.
And, what else we got? Stangle.
I got nothing.
It's your plug.
Yeah, it's your plug. I was
Plug,
working with it.
yeah.
Plug Making a Murderer.
Yeah. I'll be watching episode 8, 9, and 10 of Making a Murderer.
On my couch.
All right, we'll continue. Stay there. Yeah, we got Vic Henley in studio today and Iliza Shlesinger.
Hi.
Who's doing the Tonight Show tonight
I'm doing the Tonight Show tonight.
with Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's not. Oh, it's back on.
We're not good enough for the 11:30 version of Jimmy Fallon.
What do you mean?
I was good enough for the 12:30, not the 11:30 though.
Oh, he won't do the show now that he moved to 11:30.
Well, he won't do it anymore that he's 11:30, and he doesn't ask us anymore.
Eric and I put you on at 11:30.
I know you did. Thank you.
Yep.
Actually, I fucking blew it. Like, someone canceled and Fallon called me and I was on a golf course and I actually told him I couldn't make it in time, which was the truth.
Well,
and they haven't called since.
I'm sure he'll come back.
I'm sure he'll come around.
But I don't know. We'll see. Well, I want him on the show. I don't really care as. I mean, it would be cool to be on the Tonight Show, of course, but I would want him back on this radio show at least.
I promise you this. No matter how big I get on Twitter, I promise I'll always come back.
Thank you, Eliza. Yay.
That's why I like her.
Down to
I like
earth.
that. Very down to earth.
There's a great story because you are a dog person, as we know. We talked about that earlier.
Just my dog.
Our pal Mike Rowe does a little show on CNN. What is it called? It's Dirty Jobs, but CNN,
Right.
they weren't allowed to call it Dirty Jobs, so it's called Someone's Got to Do It. Is that it?
That's right.
But it's Dirty Jobs, basically.
Correct.
But he couldn't bring the name with him to CNN. And he was on our show talking about this, and no one gave a shit, and now it's a big story today. He went out in New York City with a group. They hunt rats with dogs.
Wow. That's what dachshunds are meant to do. That's what they're bred for.
Dachshunds?
Dachshunds they're badger hunters.
Right.
They're meant to like go into holes, find rodents,
right,
and kill them,
and bring them out,
drag them out.
Yeah.
But there's a whole society. Mike Rowe talked about it. I guess it's big because the video's finally out there.
Yeah.
And he said he was going to bring me along to check this out, but I think he already filmed it. That's why he was just bullshitting that day. But I want to go out with this group myself and check it out.
You could just take a dog for a walk. It'll get a rat.
These guys are...
I mean, they'll just do it.
You don't need a dog.
Yeah.
It's New York.
Yeah, you'll find your own rats.
Look down.
Look, is there footage of this?
Yes, there is.
Those are ugly dogs.
We'll tweet out this video, but it's getting a lot of attention today. Push play on that, Eric.
Why?
It's just a dead rat.
Hear about the unreported war on rats in Manhattan. A subculture of people called rats the Riders Alley Trencher Fed Society. And here's
spent so long figuring out that acronym.
Yeah. These are every neighbor you've ever seen. Mild-mannered, unassuming people who look like Raymond Burr did in Rear Window. Everybody's neighbor. And they all have these little lap dogs, these 13, 18, 20-pound terriers. And it all looks completely benign. But at night, when the sun goes down, the members of the rats congregate downtown with their dogs, and they go on a rat hunt in New York City. And it's unlike anything I'd ever seen. These people are transformed into barbarians.
Oh my God, pause.
Oh, man.
Wait, I feel like it's getting good.
Good Lord.
Are we going to see them?
Yeah, we wanted to just breathe a second, Eliza. You saw what we just saw, so I think it was a good time to stop the tape and talk about it.
Wait, I want to see blood.
Because if we don't do that, then we're just watching TV, and this means nothing to the people
that's
out
fair.
there.
It's just talking, smash cut to dog violently like, grabbing a rat in its mouth.
Shaking it with glee.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it in the biz?
Smash cut, yeah.
A smash cut?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry.
I forgot where I was. Yeah,
it's a smash cut.
A robot. Are we horrified at this, or do we like it? I'm not sure what the emotion is here.
A little of both.
A little of both.
Do, Justin.
I'll be honest.
I'm going with a little of both.
I couldn't get. I look at all the clips, and Paul finds them, and I look through them. I could not get through the whole thing. I could only get through half of it.
Why?
Is it worse than the earwax thing?
I thought so.
So there's something worse than that coming up?
Well, so it was a smash cut.
Smash cut, yeah, smash cut.
To a dog that is just with a rat in its mouth.
Smash cut.
All about it, too. Mm-hmm. Very happy that he got to kill a rat.
Yeah.
All right, continue this.
Boy, he bites him anywhere he can grab him, man. Yeah.
This guy's very happy.
Yeah, like a little too happy.
These loyal pets are transformed into
He's acting like this is To Catch a Predator. Like, so serious.
They go into the city, and they start killing rats.
Is that a rat? Oh, it's a dog.
He flushed it out and killed it himself.
Oh, God! That's another smash cut.
Smash cut.
You don't play tug of war. Mutilating a corpse. It's a chargeable offense. Here's the thing.
Yes.
We're sitting here amazed that a dog is doing what it's naturally designed to do.
That's true.
Well, every time your dog picks up a toy and like thrashes it, it's trying to break its neck. Mm-hmm. And he's in awe that these cute dogs are doing what they're supposed to do.
That's not my problem with the smash cuts.
Oh, it's the editing that bothers you.
It's the humans that are getting off on it. They're a little too excited about this. I would like to check it out. Yes.
It's also how much the humans are handling the dead rats.
Yeah.
That's disturbing.
And they're going to kiss these dogs on the mouth later.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's my one question. Can you get some kind of disease because your dog was chewing on a fucking rat?
Yeah, it's called the bubonic plague. It wiped out like half of Europe.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
History buff.
Just saying.
History buff.
I know my disease.
That's not a history buff.
I knew one fact. One fact I read on like a Snapple cap. Horrible.
This smash cut goes to a guy that's basically doing a little tug of war with him and the dog and a rat.
That's so gross.
Who gets credit for this today? The Blaze? Because Mikey wrote me overnight, said you got to check this out. I got mad because I'm like, fuck, Mike wrote talked about all this on our show, but we didn't have video to hammer this home. All right, let's go back.
More. Now.
Look at him. He's thrilled to
Oh,
death.
look at that. Wide shot.
That night, I was with him for less than an hour. I saw him kill 60.
And he was rock hard
60.
the whole time.
He was rock hard.
The owner was rock hard, just super horny.
And smash cut to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, about 12 dead rats up against a wall on a sidewalk in New York City. Mike Rowe is talking and the music's too loud, right?
Yeah, the mix is weird on
It is a weird mix. We have a huge issue with the editing of this program.
Right. Yeah, but he said in an hour following this group, they killed 60 in one lousy hour.
Well, how many? There's got to be millions of rats in New York City.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really, you're not making a dent.
I read a book called, I think it's simply called Rats. It gives you the whole history of rats and why they even came to New York to begin with. They came on the ships. We're not even supposed to
be here.
Have these type of rats in this area. And this book goes on to say that at any given time when you're walking around New York, you're within feet of a rat. Because of all the tunnels underneath the sidewalks and stuff. And they don't even know how many rats, but it's way, way more than people.
So
fuck more. And they can't control them. They do their best, but they just can't.
And they're all under the city.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, when they're, doing construction, that's when a lot of them come up.
Why haven't they evolved?
That's a good point. Why hasn't any animal besides humans
Because we keep
evolved?
them because we treat them like this, like, oh, look, a dog is doing what dogs do. We don't normally let them. I bet the rats will evolve to have little raccoon-like hands that are dexterous and can open Pop-Tops.
Open Pop-Tops.
Right, guys? What's a Pop-Top? What year is it?
I don't know.
Why did he say that?
It's a very specific fear about these.
Don't you find it weird
Or
that...
fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy, too.
No one else finds it weird that there's not one creature that's close to humans?
Monkeys. Or like orangutans.
No, I mean like where they're also riding the bus or
some sort of mid person.
Yes.
Some sort of missing link.
There's too much of a space between us and the second one on this planet.
If we can jump to a different clip that Paul found, you might see something that's very similar to humans. And this little girl who was scarred for life at the safari park.
Does he answer the door in a towel?
The baboon answered the door in a towel.
I promise you it's quick.
Similar
and then we can
IQ.
go back.
Yeah.
We do this and then go back to rats?
I already see what
you're
this is
talking
gonna
about
be.
animals similar to humans.
All right.
I would trust Aaron.
There you go. Right
Don't
there.
get scared of life at the safari park.
He's got a proper Eric. Look at Gracie's face. Take a picture of Gracie's face. Gracie, look at me. What's that in front of you? Is that a monkey? Is that a monkey?
Just give it a second.
Please, where's the exit?
It's got a heart on.
What do we do? Oh my god, that was happening at WANK.
Oh my god.
Nice. Real nice.
Oh, the baby hates it.
Yeah, so animals are just like us.
Of course the baby hates it.
That looks just like the
It's a baboon with a heart on, and then there happens to be another baboon on the hood of the car.
It looks just like the footage we were playing.
And the baboon hammers his heart on home.
Can I?
And then the little baby's screaming.
You remember the footage of the couple?
Yes, at the Buffalo Bills parking lot.
Parking lot. It's the exact same shot.
You see that?
No.
So it all comes together.
They're just like having sex in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Gross.
Here, watch.
The Bills Mafia.
Having
gets
sex in
things
public
done.
does nothing for me.
No, but I'm not like, oh, it's
Isn't
very
it a turn
sexy.
on though to see?
No. To see that? Two people in a Bills jersey?
Sorry. It's not a turn on for me either. You're right.
Right.
I'm sorry.
It's the same footage.
In some weird way, that's the same.
Yeah,
Just
it's
like
on a
us.
car. It's on a rented Chevy.
Right.
That's not a turn on at all.
That's great.
Gross.
That's wonderful.
Not a turn on at all.
Not at all.
No, not a turn on.
Vic,
Not
no
to
turn
see
on.
that.
I
It's
don't
like
think so,
Channing
no.
Tatum. I think that might be a little bit different, but these are two gross Bills fans in a mud parking lot.
I don't know. She's presenting her ass nice.
Why would that turn me on?
Maybe the guy part.
Can I switch gears?
Yes, you can.
Have you
I'm
seen
sorry.
the footage of a raccoon losing its cotton candy?
No.
You will
What?
Is that a euphemism?
No.
I was going to say,
Just Google raccoon cotton candy.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if I'm upset or I think it's so cute that I want to scream. I feel so bad for him.
Okay.
Watch this.
We'll tweet out all these videos. Just follow
No,
us
you
on
got to find
Twitter.
it. The idiot that did it took it down because she's a bitch.
Whoa.
And doesn't want people to be happy.
So angry.
I don't care. This right here, raccoon eats cotton candy. Watch raccoon tries to wash cotton candy because raccoons wash their food before they.
So he's going to go to work.
Oh my God!
It was just here.
Oh my God!
Will you allow me to narrate it with the voice that's in my head? If can you play it without the song?
Well, explain what's going on. I mean, it's pretty obvious. He's got cotton candy, and I didn't even know this. Raccoons like to wash their food before they eat it.
Very clean.
So he dips the cotton candy in the water, and obviously it disappears. Okay,
ready? Sure, I'm excited about my new treat. Sure, it's hard being a raccoon. Let me just wash my dinner. Hey, wait. It was just here. I swear it was just here. That was not exciting for anyone but me. That was my life's dream to narrate that video.
It is looking around like, what the fuck?
It was just here.
He's patting the ground.
Yeah.
Like he had a pot of gold and it disappeared.
That is so funny.
Don't worry, they gave him another piece that he didn't wash.
But it seems like there's a better story here. So the person that uploaded that originally...
It was a Vine, and then they took it down. It was a Japanese thing.
Why? Because everyone was making fun of it?
I think because the Japanese enjoy taking away pleasure just as soon as they give it. I have no idea. I don't know why they took it down.
Go back to the Bills.
Go back to the fucking.
You want the Bills parking lot? Okay.
Oh yeah, I do. Yes, I do.
Because we're in the middle of 3 different things.
All right, let's go to the Rats.
Okay, we'll go to the Rats. Okay.
All right. So when we last left you, 1, 2, 4.
Why is ArabMatch.com the advertisement on the side of this video?
No reason.
Okay, cool.
All right. And this is going to be on CNN? I don't think this episode of Mike Rowe's show aired yet.
I have no idea.
Okay.
On the sidewalk, the rats in New York City are completely out of control, and nobody knows exactly to what degree. Some experts say they're 2 million. Some experts say they're 15 million.
And so I take samples, I take a piece of the tail or something, bring it back to the lab.
Chris D'Elia does rat catching.
He takes rat samples, which means he's snipping off some of the tail.
It's just a sample.
It's not 2 million. It's way more than 2 million.
They said it could be 15 million.
I think that's probably closer to the
rat
real number.
experts need to get their act together.
Want to solve the rat problem in New York City? Or I have no intention of solving the rat problem. I want to understand it a little better and maybe give some advice to the people who are trying to solve it.
Like cutting up rats.
Yeah. The reported attacks are like little kids who fall asleep or something, or the rats show up in the bedroom.
They squeeze out a really tiny spot.
I mean,
they squeeze. I think they're, everything just...
If they can get the head in, the whole body can get in. That's the whole thing.
That's the theory.
Right.
That's the theory.
Me and
couldn't make eye contact when I said it.
I know.
There was a bunch of us walking home drunk one night a few years back, and me and 2 of my brother-in-laws, and we saw a rat in one of those brownstones near a garbage pail. So we decided to go take a closer look, and the noise this fucking thing made scared the living shit out of us because it felt trapped.
Mm-hmm. So it screeched or made a sound?
Yes, and we jumped back and went, oh wow.
Like, what would the noise sound like?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Like a hiss? Or
no, more like that. Yeah, like kind of a high pitch. No, it wasn't. It was more of a high pitch. Yes, something like that.
That's a seagull.
Something like that. But it's basically screamed at us.
The rat's like, hey, get away.
Yeah, you. All right, go back to that. I want to get to the end of this video.
So bad.
And that's when people get really freaked out.
Start to make themselves at home. Like
There's some flip switches where they're just not afraid anymore.
That guy's not even wearing the glove.
No.
He's holding the glove at the end of his fingertips.
Can I say something about how the rats will evolve? Back to my theory about their raccoon hands.
Mm-hmm.
The more oppression, the more opposition you put in their way, the more hurdles, the more the rats will evolve around it.
Yes.
So they will learn to evolve past the rat-catching dogs. So really, we're just making them stronger by trying to suppress them. So this will ultimately fail.
They have a whole system of tunnels and stuff, and
they have an HR department. They have everything. Just making them stronger.
This makes me want to go home and watch Willard.
Right? The Secrets of Nim.
This one book, Rats, and I maybe you can look it up. There's one street in New York. I'm sure they finally fixed it on the lower Manhattan, where they come out at night, and a lot of people used to go down there just to check it out, and hundreds would come out to feed in the dumpsters and stuff. It's behind some kind of restaurant, but it was legendary, and it was written about in this book, Rats.
There it is.
And I actually went down there
that's cool.
to check it out for myself, and I saw nothing, so I guess they finally cleaned it up. But they said it was legendary. As soon as that sun went down, it would be one or two would pop up, and then they would all come, and they would follow their paths, get their food in the dumpster. And
got little trays.
Get their trays of food. And
we did I'm sorry.
No, go.
We did a show at 4 a.m. At Letterman. Eric and I pitched it. Everybody on staff hated it except Dave. And at 4 o'clock in the morning, we just did the show. And
that's stupid, because when you're watching it, you just think it's at 11:30.
Right, but everything was like we shot a lot of stuff around the city live at 4 to see what was going on. One of the things we wanted to, right out in the street, we wanted to try to see if there were rats. And Dave insisted we're never going to find a rat. We're never going to find a rat. Second, we turned the camera on, we were just swarmed. Like, we didn't put out, like...
Rats love publicity.
They did, yeah. But it was fucking Broadway at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was just... We didn't have to throw peanut butter down or anything. They were just running around all over the place, and big fucking rats.
Yeah. When I first moved here 30 years ago, I was out late. It's like same thing, like 4 in the morning. I heard gunfire. I'm down on the Alphabet City in a hole-in-the-wall bar, and my friend's with me, and he goes, "Let's walk over there and see what that is."
Jesus.
Well,
Alphabet City back in the day.
And I'm from Alabama. To me, I don't realize how stupid I am. It's like a movie. Let's go. And it was just cops shooting rats by a dumpster. They just pulled it out.
Out of boredom?
And we walked up, and the first cop goes, "Who walks towards gunfire?" No one walks. You're the only idiot. He's like, "Get out of here." And we're like, "What are y'all doing?" We're like, "We're shooting rats. This is what we do. We get bored. We come down here and we shoot rats at the dumpster."
Those were the days.
They were literally sitting on the hood of the cop car just taking pot shots at rats off with their pistols.
I'm glad we're paying for those bullets.
They're not shooting rats anymore.
That's good New York City.
So back to this Mike Rowe thing. Just dumb question. If these dogs are getting like 5-10 rats at a time or whatever, I mean, what's the point? There's like millions and millions.
That's what
of
I was
rats.
saying.
Yeah. Like what is the point of even doing this?
It's good for the dog. If he's not dying of a disease, it's good for the dog to feel like a man.
I guess that's what they're saying. Yeah, they're
set up a club for themselves.
But I guess if it's
a
not,
night out,
it's not hurting anything, right?
They named themselves rats.
It's either this or starting a bowling league. They decide to go.
Yeah, it's true.
Rat hunting or Monopoly.
I don't think they care how
We're
many.
We're going to start raping innocent civilians or a rat club. We thought this was easier. It was either this or arson.
We couldn't think of what rape would stand for. We figured out what rat would stand for.
We got the T figured out.
I don't think it's going to put a dent into the rat population, but they enjoy the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
Maybe the rats will become aquatic. Maybe they will move to the oceans.
Ooh.
Webbed rat feet.
Oh,
I got a whole theory.
I was going to say, you've been really working on this.
Really, since the beginning.
The evolving of the dexterous hands.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's go back to the video. Mike Rowe.
Fascinating. Right? So that's what you don't want.
We don't know. All we know is that it's almost impossible for a New Yorker to be anywhere at any time and not be within 5 feet of a rat.
Told you. You read the book, I bet you.
Look at how it goes. Look at how it hops. What a weird animal.
He's just waiting on the 6 train.
He just transferred from the Q train.
That's what I said. He's waiting for the 6 train. Yeah.
He's trying to become famous like Pizza Rat.
Right? He's trying to get his own spinoff.
His own slice of pizza.
So,
Richard Reynolds. Oh boy, he's part of the Rats organization.
I am the leader of the Rats.
This isn't going to be good.
He's also
Eric?
part of a club called Jews.
Mike Rowe is actually not there. It's just him commenting later.
Right. Yeah.
He said when we were there, but he actually wasn't there.
He was not. Everything we cut back to was him in an office, and they're like, "We'll do it in black and white. We'll put serious music," but he's not in the field.
No.
Why wouldn't he go in the field?
Because this is a dumb project. It's gross. I don't know.
Pair of rats, a male and a female. The female comes into season and can be bred every 3 days. In a year from now, you have 24,000 rats. So the 2 rats that we took tonight is the same as taking 24,000 next year.
Wow. No, we must.
That's all you get.
He puts his hand on the camera. He's like, I said no more.
Jesus, relax, buddy.
Getting in my Sebring, I'm leaving. So serious.
Yeah, relax.
Get that camera out of my face.
That's pretty crazy, though. One female rat, 24,000 in a year?
That's what he said. He said 3, they can breed every 3 days, according to...
Every 3 days?
3 days.
It's exhausting.
They're having rats every 3 days?
He said,
no, that's impossible.
That can't be right.
No, that's stupid.
Should we verify that?
We do have the Google.
Maybe we should, because I don't know about that. But this guy seems.
They're going to wrap up this video. Let's see how it wraps up.
Rabid poodle.
The honor.
See the dachshund?
Look at that.
It's like a piñata open.
These people are
really
fucking
is.
sick.
They're nuts.
It really is like a piñata.
It's a piñata of rats.
These people are nuts. They shook the dumpster and then they came out the bottom of it.
Where
all that dumpster juice comes out of.
You're a rat.
Rats
you
instead.
survived this long, and you meet your end by a lapdog with a pink coat, breaking your neck on national television.
I've seen the pink coat.
Owned by sad single people wearing my vest.
Nice job, Sparkles. Nice job.
Yeah,
Get
name's
'em.
Sparkles.
These people are crazy.
They're crazy.
They're nuts.
They're needy, too.
They're getting very excited.
Yep.
At what point on a first date do you say that this is your hobby?
You see, I don't think you say it, but I think your R period, A period, T period, S period shirt is.
Do you know the handshake? No, I don't know.
And the dogs have the leashes on too.
Yeah, they do.
They don't want them off the leashes.
Yeah, they gotta keep them harnessed.
Well, it's New York. It's dangerous.
But they're okay with their
Yeah, exactly.
their pet chomping into a rat. But God forbid you let it loose, it might get hit by a car.
Right.
True.
Push play.
Oh my God! Wow. Oh.
So they shake it to break its neck. That's what they're doing. And they shake it.
Oh, that's what the dogs are doing when they.
Anytime your dog picks up a toy, like my fluffy little dachshund, she'll pick it up and she'll go like that. She's thinking she's breaking its neck and killing it.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
We're living with tiny carnivores.
Oh my God.
Somebody just texted me, you're right, rats have evolved. Search Rat King. I can't. It's a living pile of rats connected by the tail. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You know what that is?
Yes.
What is it?
They get connected.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Oh,
you lost
crazy
me.
photo.
This was in the book.
Oh, okay. You said in your rat book.
No, that when you talk
your rat Bible.
The book's called Rats. I literally read it.
Oh my God.
I literally read it 15 years ago.
What the heck is that?
It's folklore, they're saying?
I don't understand. Like they're dead, but did they die that way or did they?
Rat King. What's the definition of this?
Disgusting.
There was a Wikipedia about a Rat King in the Scientific Museum in Germany.
They become stuck.
Rat kings involve a number of rats intertwined at their tails, which become stuck together with, for instance, blood, dirt, ice, horsehair, or feces, or simply knotted. The animals reputedly grow together while joined at the tails.
It's not unlike somebody who's really fat getting their skin fused to the sheets.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, at what point does your tail not come unstuck?
And do they live that way?
Yeah.
Huh. All right,
They're roaming around like Woody Allen and take the money and run.
Yeah,
they're all moving in unison.
Nice.
That's very funny.
All right, Mike Rowe wraps up his piece here.
Doing all kinds of interesting things in the category of vermin abatement. The frontline battle is going on after dark with terriers completely waging a holy war on the unseen scourge of New York City. So there's that.
I give Mike Rowe an epic fail, though. He wasn't there. He wasn't there.
The magic of editing.
Just doing the black and white footage from CNN's headquarters.
Getting real serious.
There were a lot of smash cuts and L cuts to make it seem like he was involved, but he wasn't.
A lot of L cuts.
A lot of L cuts.
What's an L cut?
It is a cut invented by
L. McPherson.
No, Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock started it, and it's when the sound from the next scene cuts into the image of the scene previously.
Right.
So you're a film student?
I did go to film school.
Did you?
That is the one fact I retained.
You remember the L cut.
Every day I wake up, I'm like, please ask me what an L cut is. Please let me jump on someone else's fact.
You should just go home now because you're not going to do any better than
That's
that.
it.
Yeah, bye.
Now we're going with the rat gestation question. It's not every 3 days.
They come into heat every 4 to 5 days.
Well, who doesn't?
What the fuck? That's right. They certainly do in Buffalo.
They have large litters, 10 to 12.
So is it?
But how many of those litters they have a year? And then we could do the number. It's not 24,000. One rat's not having 24,000 baby rats.
No, that guy seemed like a credible source.
Yeah.
Look what he does for a hobby.
It seems like he did his homework.
Listen, I know rats.
We're looking, we can't find the answer.
Now get out of my face.
Yeah.
They're not ugly. Their tail is gross, but I mean, a rat and a gerbil look the same.
True.
And we're nice to gerbils.
True.
So, pick up a rat.
What about raccoons?
Love them. Love them. Want one. Follow one on Instagram named Scarlet. Scarlet the raccoon.
My buddy
used want a raccoon?
So cute. Dexterous hands.
My friend used to coon hunt every Christmas to make his Christmas money. That's how he knew the guy would come to town to buy the skins from. Yeah, everybody else would just take the job at the mall.
Right, and he would go out.
He would coon hunt all Christmas
in Alabama.
It
could not be on like the Lower East Side.
No.
Central Park. They run across Central Park.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my God.
One followed me down Lexington Avenue one night. He was all rabid and mangy and weird looking, and a whole bunch of guys were yelling and screaming, and I looked across, and he ran right at me, and I ran up the street, up the steps of my building, and he, looked at me and then wandered down the street. A cab driver was sitting at the red light, looked over at me, saw me scurry up the steps of my building, and she was, holy shit, did you see? I go, yeah, what do you think? I'm standing up here like a woman on a chair.
The raccoon's out there just smoking a cigarette, staring at your window.
Waiting on me to come back out.
They have little hands. I'm upset. They have little hands, and they form groups, and they help each other open cans and get in there.
And you want one of these things.
I think they're very cute. I want to tame one with no teeth.
Yeah.
I want to bite me in my sleep.
They'll bite you.
They'll bite. I believe. Have you seen that? This is a commercial for LASIK or something, and the woman opens her front door. She thinks she's letting her cat in.
Yeah.
She's like, "Who wants snuggles with Mama?" And it's a raccoon because she can't see the difference.
Yeah.
I want to trade places so bad.
I did the Pacific Coast Highway. What's the area over there?
Big Sur.
Big Sur. Thank you. We stayed there for a few days. We drove from San Francisco to L.A., stayed there like a nice little joint for a couple of days, and we're having dinner on the hillside. And the table's only lit with candles. Yeah. And all of a sudden, I bent down to pet a dog because I like dogs, Eliza. I really do. It was a fucking raccoon. And to this day, my wife laughs at me because I jumped out of my chair and fell over because I was like, "Holy fuck!" And then the waiter that comes along. I mean, these tables are dark. It's nice if there's no raccoons around because it's on a hillside. And the guy goes, and then I hear pots being slammed together, and they're like, oh, they're now trying to get in the kitchen. They come up the hillside every night because they smell the fucking food, and they're just wandering around the tables. And for the most part, the waiters and the people that worked at this place know to shoo them away. Yeah. But every once in a while, one gets through, and I almost pet one.
Man, they're mean. They'll bite you.
The fuck out.
Yeah, they're
I like
evil.
how your close call was, I almost pet one. Versus like, it almost bit me. I almost pet one.
Don't you think it would have fucking bit me, though?
No, I think we don't understand them.
It's going to let me pet it?
No, you got to kill them. They're a menace.
What if a little
They're a menace.
hand?
No.
Let me show you this Instagram feed, because it looks at, she dresses it up, and it looks at you, and he says, where's my cotton candy?
Davy Crockett was right.
Yeah, but, man.
Let me show you.
Scared the living shit out of me. Are you going to show us this?
I'm going to show you Scarlet the raccoon.
Scarlet.
Is that?
Yeah, we'll look it up over here.
Yeah, we'll look it up on the big screen.
Raccoon.scarlet. Look at her. She's a big girl. Look at her on the bath.
Raccoon Scarlet on Instagram?
You just see varmint.
That's right.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Which one is it?
That was any of them. That's fine. Yeah, Raccoon Scarlet. Look at her go. Look at the little nose.
She's just having fun.
Isn't it fun having a girl on the show? You love it?
It's kind of weird.
This is how I spend most of my time, just looking up animals and bodybuilders.
And stupid me.
And bodybuilders.
Stupid me, I thought we were going to bond over the couple having sex in the Bill's parking lot.
Like, I brought the clip. I thought she'd like it. Look at it. It's just, look at that face.
I'm trying to figure out what Eliza needs. She needs, she's searching for something with the raccoon stuff.
I need this raccoon. I need my dog to talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's something here.
No way.
Blanche doesn't talk. Blanche talks to me all the time. Blanche hasn't said anything to you?
Not yet. Not lately.
Oh, my God. I'll have to. Yeah,
you have to let me know.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
Yeah.
Fax her. I'm just saying it's a cute animal. That's all.
From what I saw, a rat can now produce 2,000 descendants a year.
So that's close to the number.
Yeah, 24,000.
Oh, he said 24,000?
He said
Sorry.
24,000.
Sorry, that was...
He said the two rats he took off the street basically, got rid of 48,000.
That was an asshole.
A year from now, right?
And a rat can tread water for 3 days and survive being flushed down the toilet.
Who's waving at me?
Huh?
I think I waved at me.
Dennis Falcone?
Yeah.
What happened?
Did he really?
Can they hear me out there?
Did he just interrupt the show?
No, he waved, but I thought it was Bobcat Goldthwait for a second. I waved back under the hat.
Oh, my God. We're going to break. Get Dennis Falcone for a second.
Who is it?
He's a guy I bring in when Jimmy's not here.
Okay.
Jimmy doesn't mind him, really. I don't know. Dennis, were you just waving at Eliza?
Yeah.
But you don't know her.
I was here the other time when she was here, and a friend was here with the guitar, and we were singing.
Yes.
No.
Oh, I sang, but my friend didn't have a guitar.
You're thinking Nikki Glaser and Anya Marina.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was great seeing you. Thank you.
See, that's what he was thinking of, though.
You're creeping her out.
What's that?
You're creeping her out.
Well, I'm sorry. I was just walking by, and
You didn't creep me out. I just wasn't sure if we knew each other, so I waved back.
No, you don't know this
I
guy.
just waved.
Well, what do you got going on, Dennis? Anything?
No, nothing right now.
No? Anything to add to the show? We're talking about rats, raccoons. What else did...
Well, I don't know why they just don't let cats go through the subway. Just get a whole bunch of cats and just let them into the subways to eat the rats.
Seems like there could be a rat hunting club with cats instead of dogs.
Yeah.
These people are using dogs.
Yeah. Do you remember that movie with Sean Penn, when the Woody Allen movie, when he would go out to the dumps and shoot rats at night? That's what he would do when he would take a girl out on a date. What the heck was that movie?
Sean Penn.
Yeah.
Woody Allen.
Yeah, he played like a guitar player.
Oh,
like,
Django.
Are you thinking
Yes,
Mike Rowe?
Yes.
Django Unchained or something like that.
No, not Django
not
Unchained.
Django Unchained.
I'm just...
Right, he was supposed to be like Django Grappelli, the guitarist. Is that his name?
Django Reinhardt.
Your radar's up, right?
Sweden Lowdown. That's it.
Right,
Sweden Lowdown.
that's it.
Your
That's what I was
radar's up.
thinking of.
I haven't heard a word you said because she's very uncomfortable with you in the
I'm
studio.
sorry.
I just want to say I, Nikki Glaser, support Donald Trump. Tweet me at Nikki Glaser and let me know what you think. And I think Iliza Shlesinger is probably the funniest comedian working today.
Anything else you want to say?
You know, we didn't figure out the rat equation. We're kind of dumb. This guy's got it.
The guy got it wrong. We got it right.
No, this guy...
We Googled one thing. We must know.
No, I'm telling you, we're dumb. Doug, show us how dumb we are. Go ahead.
Hey, now you got that rat you said is going to be, it gets off 2,000 rats, right?
Yes.
Now, all the rats, those baby rats, those are going to have babies, and then those are going to have babies.
Yeah.
So over the 3 years or whatever he said.
No, he said 1 year. But I think we do get closer to the number. That's why I'm saying we are dumb, because the guy in that piece said that that one pair of rats will be responsible for 24,000 rats by this time next year. Because it's the baby. Now the baby rats are going to have babies.
And I think they can have 2,000 a month.
How old does the rat have to be to have a baby?
Thank you. Yes, that's our next question.
4 to 5 months old.
What is consenting age for a rat?
It said 4 to 5 months old.
Right.
It said don't breed the rat at 6 to 8 months because her pelvic canal may have narrowed some and she will not be able to have as many babies. That's what it just said. I just read that.
No, I want to get the max out of my...
Why would you read that far?
Because it flashed up there. I look up and see things.
You're trying to get ready for Jeopardy, aren't you?
Exactly.
Rats don't have access to contraception. It should be provided by their workplace.
Planned Parent rat.
Planned Parent rat.
I think we're a little dumb, though. I think Doug's got it.
Parrothood.
We forgot that the baby rats will also have some rats before that year is up.
No, we were talking about the one pair. He was saying the one
pair's going to
pair.
be responsible. Yeah, maybe he didn't explain it properly then.
There's a rat map. A rat heat map.
Thank you, sir. Doug in Jersey, I appreciate it. Have a good weekend. What's the rat map?
They have like a live map that shows you the hot spots where all
How
the
could it be
rats are
live?
going.
We're not. We don't have trackers on them.
That's what you think.
Yeah, most of them are.
Yeah, I guess this is bigger than I thought.
They're wearing little rat radio collars.
Well, punch one of those numbers up and tell me what it says. Go Lower Manhattan.
Okay, Lower
It's just a heat map for Domino's, like where they're located.
That's what it is.
98.
It's those combination Taco Bell, Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh. Like Kentucky Fried Chicken Pizza Huts.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
There's 2 rats.
Oh, is that all that means? 2 rats in that area, 5 in that area?
Where they've
I
been.
don't know.
Oh, rat sightings.
Rat sighting.
Who's reporting that? Who's yelping a rat sighting?
The same people that have their dogs killing them.
It's insane.
This is ways for rats.
The whole city should be covered in blue dots.
Yes, I think you're right.
This is dumb.
But don't the dogs get sick when they bite a
That's what we're trying
rat
to
like
figure
that?
That's what we were trying to figure
We should
out.
Google what diseases do rats carry
Other than the plague.
other than the plague.
Other than the
All right, we can do that.
All kinds of stuff, probably. They're vermin.
Yeah.
You hate them. You hate them and raccoons. All roadkill animals.
Right, I am a possum. Nothing
At what
worse.
stage
Nothing worse than a
does it
goddamn
stop?
possum. Nothing worse.
Opossums
than a
are
possum.
horrible
Nothing
looking.
worse than a possum. You can
They're-
shoot a possum in the head with a .22 rifle, and they'll just look at you and walk away.
Yeah,
like nothing
they're
happened.
undead.
Yeah, they totally are.
What is leptospirosis?
It sounds
Leprosy.
bad.
Is that it?
It
You
can
think?
result in liver
I'm
and
guessing-
kidney damage.
What is lepto?
But what doesn't? Like, honestly, what doesn't?
It said in the urine. Wait,
Yeah,
go back
rat
to the
urine.
first page.
Rat urine is responsible.
It says rat urine is responsible for the spread of leptospirosis, which can result in liver and kidney damage.
Is it like Lyme disease?
I don't know. It could also be contacted through handling or...
Ooh, scat.
Inhalation of rat shit.
Yes, that's what that would be. What else could you get from a rat?
Hemorrhagic fever.
The hantavirus.
Yeah.
Lassa fever.
Rat bite fever.
They didn't even try
follow up to muskrat love.
Rat bite fever.
Yeah, I lost my virginity that song.
My father explained to me what muskrat love was when I was a kid.
What is it?
He said to me, he's like, it's when you sleep with a woman and you wake up the next morning and she's so ugly, you chew off your own arm.
Oh, yeah. That's coyote ugly.
That's coyote ugly.
Yeah.
We grew up with coyote ugly.
Shouldn't have been told that by my father.
Yeah. All right, have a good day at school. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Okay.
Yeah, you were a big shot when you told your friends, coyote ugly, I'd rather bite off my own arm.
That's why your
than
dad's
wake
missing an
her
arm,
up.
Kara.
Right.
It's from Vietnam.
Such
Sorry.
assholes with our shit growing up. All right, why don't we take a break? Dennis, man, you've added a lot. I really appreciate you stopping by. Amazing radio.
I was
once
just
again.
walking by and I said hi. That's
The great
all.
Bobcat
But she didn't want you saying hi to her.
I'm sorry.
I didn't say
Next
that.
time you come by, hi.
He thought she was making
I wasn't creeped out at all. I didn't know who I was waving to.
That's okay.
I wanted to get your name before you came in so I could pretend like I knew you.
No, it's okay.
I read people. She was creeped out.
But I just have one question. Were you on your way out? When you were, like, you have your jacket on, or are you?
No, I was just coming down from the production studio.
Okay, because you came.
I came this way.
What were you doing in production?
I was talking to the production person to get some stuff done for one of the channels.
What were you getting
some
done?
Imaging.
They were like making a murdering.
Some imaging.
Yeah.
Imaging. Yes.
Have you seen Making a Murderer?
No, not yet.
Well,
you're the only person in America apparently.
The cotton candy video is very
That's
funny.
It's heartbreaking.
So good.
It's hilarious.
So good.
Oh, who's just here?
Really
I just had.
And then scurrying through the water. Like, it's got to be here
yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
It's got to be here somewhere.
I don't understand.
Right.
He doesn't understand.
You look like a rat, Dennis.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Hopefully a good rat.
The timing of that.
You look like Ben. You look like Ben.
Sure.
Ben was a good rat.
Yes.
You look like Ben.
Friend of Willard.
Michael Jackson.
Dennis, can you tell these people once and for all that we actually get along?
No, we do.
People think I hate you. I
No,
really
of course
don't.
not.
I like busting your ass. but
I threw good rats at you, and I thought you'd pick up on that.
I didn't hear you.
Good rats.
I know the good rats.
You said you look like a rat. I said hopefully a good rat. Good
no
rats
such
was
thing.
the good rats were a Long Island a rock and roll band.
Yeah,
on
with
Long Island.
Pepe.
Sure.
Regional.
Yeah. What was the one
Regional
song?
rock band.
Oh, what was it?
Tasty.
Tasty. Very good.
Man, that's
You want to hear
good.
Tasty?
That's
Yeah, I want to hear Tasty.
All right, let's play a little Tasty as Iliza Shlesinger.
You ever hear of them,
gives us
Vic?
a plug.
No.
Yeah.
I'm stumped.
You don't know the good
Don't know
rats.
the good
Yeah, they
rats.
were a regional act. I mean, they
You
just
turned me on to what song today? Country Honk by the Rolling Stones. I'm going to
Okay.
turn you on to a little Tasty
You
by
never
the
heard,
Good
you never heard
Rats.
Country Honk?
What?
You never heard Country Honk?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I know so now that we played it. No,
Sort
I
of
never
like
heard
the
that.
slow version of Revolution.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to play the Good Rats. We were talking about rats, so this is going to make sense. And it's a short song. But before that, Iliza Shlesinger is going to be on The Tonight Show tonight. Make sure you watch.
Yeah, watch.
You're just doing stand-up.
Yes.
It's awesome.
No beer pong, no charade.
You got your set? You got your set?
I got my set. I ran it last night.
Where'd you run it last
You
night?
happy
I
with
ran
it?
at the Stand.
Okay.
Wonderful club.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it, and it's got to come in under 5 minutes. Otherwise, they play me off.
What are the topics?
The topics include why my generation is so terrible. That's the chunk of it, and then
Give me one.
I can't tell you the joke.
Not a joke.
Give it away.
Oh, give what?
No,
What?
just your theory on why your generation is terrible. You're
it's not
a
my
younger
theory.
generation than me.
It's not my theory. It's, people write articles like we're entitled and we're lazy.
Yes.
We value our free time way too much.
Yes.
We're entitled. But we were really given this situation. Our parents wanted us to have everything. So because of that, I talk to anybody my age, I just got to unplug. I just got to unwind. I just got to get away. I'm like, from what? You don't have a job, man. You got to do it. I can't call back. I'm surfing.
Yeah.
So we're terrible.
We, I've been doing this long enough where you have the young kids coming through for years and years, and the new ones I see, they want to go from an internship to having their own show.
That is can't talk about it. It's my joke. That is the premise of one of my jokes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I like it.
But that's also
you're in the wheelhouse.
Yeah, you're on the
It's
right
I
also-
look at these kids like, do you understand what I had to do to get to where
Sure.
I am today?
Yeah.
And these kids want it tomorrow.
But also, we come from the broadcast yourself generation and the generation where we're all told we're special. So you couple that with the fact that in my hand I have a satellite. I can broadcast myself. Why not? Why would I go through everything you went through if I could just make a YouTube channel where I eat orange peels and get 6 billion followers?
Oh my God, you're killing me.
But that's
I had to move to shitty places to do this.
Yeah.
And work my way up slowly. All right, Dennis, getting hard on over there because I'm talking your language.
Yeah, but it's rarely translatable.
But the thing is, the interns sue these days because they didn't get paid.
That's true.
That's ridiculous.
But they fucked themselves over.
Unpaid
Because now all these companies are going to go, well, we don't need it. We never really needed interns that badly.
Got an internship giving out bumper stickers.
We needed one today to get my cinnamon roll.
We have
Roland went to get it.
Yeah, Roland went to get it.
He went to get. What a nice man.
Yeah.
My dad grew up on Long Island, and he knows the band, the Good Rats, and he said he played on the same bill with them one night.
Your dad's a musician?
Yes. If he heard you say that, he'd be very excited.
What does he play?
Wow.
Well, he lives in Dallas now, and he works for Principal Financial.
He's listening right now? That's pretty cool.
I think so.
What does he play?
Well, I texted him that.
What's his instrument?
Oh, okay.
Saxophone.
Your dad's a horn player.
Yeah.
Why is that a laugh?
Right. That's cool.
It's kind of cool.
I just don't expect that.
Yeah, it's a random thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do you think he played? The Bordy Barn or CPI, the Canoe Place Inn? In lovely Hampton Bays, where ladies drink free.
You have a nice radio voice.
Thank you.
He doesn't
I'm glad you waved at me.
voice.
It was nice.
He doesn't have a nice
That was
radio
lovely.
voice.
Where ladies, it was nice.
Where ladies drink
He's got the old school.
Traffic's moving smoothly on the downtown connector.
He could do if you want him to intro the Good Rat song.
Yeah,
How
you
long
should
is
do
the
it.
intro on that? I have never played this song on the radio because
Talk it up
it's
to
a
the
rock
post.
song.
Talk it up to the post.
I will figure it out right now.
Yeah,
How gross
give me
this
the
logo
intro.
is. It looks like the body of a turkey.
This song's kind of cool. I like it. I haven't heard it in years. So Eliza's doing the Tonight Show. And what else? West
Palm Beach Improv, January 21st through 23rd. And then, in addition to that, in March, my show comes out on TBS called Separation Anxiety.
Oh, good for you. That's awesome.
March, huge.
Hopefully I'll be back before that.
I can't wait to see your set on Your Generation now on the Tonight Show tonight.
Please tune in.
And Vic Henley just killing it today. Killing it, Vic.
I'm no Dennis Falcone.
None of us are.
I'm trying to remember some of the other clubs.
Wow, there were so many back then. Oh, My Father's Place?
My Father's Place.
Yeah, that's Springsteen played there back in '73.
And Soft White Underbelly.
Yes, and Billy Joel was there
band?
too back in the
It's
day.
Blue Oyster Cult, but they were so big that they would play My Father's Place as Soft White Underbelly.
I love that name.
But then the word got out like, it's Blue Oyster
That's
Cult,
who it is.
so
Wow.
it still was mobbed.
Little SWU. B. SWU.
Underbelly.
Yeah. Law and Order SWU.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then all the rock clubs went away and they had wine and cheese places. Remember how boring those were?
Vic, where are you going to be?
And then people stopped calling me, and I didn't work anymore on the radio.
You were here for that day.
I was here that day.
We're back.
Eric Stangel's
You know
finest
what?
moment.
Yeah.
Eric
For that
Stangel's
bit.
finest moment. That was so
you ready?
good.
Oh, no, it's going to start
send me
again.
one?
Yeah, I'm going to start texting.
It's going to start again.
You have,
gonna do
15,
one?
you have a 15-second ramp here. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, 15 seconds.
I have a burn barrel in my backyard.
A burn barrel.
It's starting.
It has begun. You weren't here. I think you left that day.
What happened?
I think you were here.
I think it was Nikki. I think it
I know Nikki was
Right,
here.
you
but-
left. And then,
Nikki came in.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That was a good bit.
That was hilarious.
That was fun.
It was really, really fun. It was Eric Stangel's finest
It
moment.
was nice.
I collect human teeth.
What is it?
We're just doing Dennis.
Weepy things about him.
We think he's a creep.
so then we all start.
A burn barrel.
We all start feeding
barrel.
jokes to Eric, and then
And he comes in with the voice and does them.
Yes.
All right, so you want to do the ramp here?
I might as well.
All right. You
don't have to.
You get your plugs
No, I might
in?
as well, sure.
No, you got to get Vic Henley's
Live at Lou's Cruise. Download the CD.
on
Live at Lou's
iTunes.
Cruise.
If you like Vic on the show, just buy it. Even if you never listen to it, he doesn't even
Right.
give a fuck if
No.
you ever listen to
I
it.
just
But at
need the
least
money.
purchase
Buy
it.
it.
Yeah.
Please do that for him. And Dennis is now going to talk up the Good Rats. And then after the break, I think we got J.K. Simmons coming in to say hi. Oscar winner J.K. Simmons. Yes.
Okay.
Sirius XM. Hi, I'm Dennis Falcone, your friendly neighborhood disc jockey stopping by here on Opie Radio. Slap yourself on the back. You ought to be real proud because you made it to the weekend. Let's dig this one up and uncover it from the groovy out of your mind.
We had a flying guitar man.
That's pretty great.
Maybe the fastest in the land.
We are back.
Poor Coco the gorilla.
Yeah.
Iliza Shlesinger,
gonna
Vic
look it up.
Henley, J.K. Simmons in a couple minutes, I guess. He's on his way up, right?
coming up. Way up right now.
He'll be here any second. I have to have him sign the shitty painting. Eliza, I didn't even get to talk to you about the shitty painting I got for Christmas.
That thing?
Yes.
We're all going to sign it?
Yeah, okay.
Or did you not want me to say? Oh, okay, I don't know.
Only Oscar winners.
Oscar winners.
I'm kidding.
First.
No, he doesn't want me to sign it.
That was a joke.
No,
You're on the Tonight Show tonight. That's good enough.
Real sentiment.
Right. He wants you to sign it, Nikki Glazer.
I know, right? She's so much taller than me.
My wife's grandma saw this in a nursing home. There's a lady at the nursing home that she goes to visit and kind of helps out, even though she's 82, but she's all there.
Should I get up and should I do it right now?
I guess one of the residents at the nursing home painted this, and my wife's grandma thought it would be a great Christmas gift. Look at the Sharpies.
Wait, only one person is
no one has signed it.
No
what
one.
is that?
That's the signature of the lady that painted
Put it right in the middle of the painting? So it's what I'm seeing here is half oil paint, half Sharpie work.
I think there's some crayon in there, too. I think there's some crayon.
Vic noticed some crayon.
Maybe.
I don't want to be the first
This thing
to
wasn't
sign
even
it.
for sale. It was in the gift shop.
Oh, I don't want to deface it.
She talked him into selling it. She saw this and said, Opie has to have this. This is the perfect Christmas gift.
I don't want to be.
We hate it.
Well, of course you hate it, but I feel bad. I don't feel right.
And we were also talking about Benny Mardones during the break.
Into the Night, yeah, because you were talking about bands like the Long Island guys were regional, and I remember when I first started stand-up, they were telling me Benny Mardones could sell out, 3,000 seats in upstate New York, because he was huge in upstate New York.
Right. Oh, JK's coming in, so we can't talk about Benny Mardones and his pedo song?
And the creepy song, yeah.
His song, Into the Night, is J.K. Simmons. My God. Dr. Emil Skoda in our studio.
Yo. Got some issues you need help with?
That's got to be one of the greatest character names. Is that one of the best names you've ever?
It was a favorite of mine. And then when I was in Europe a few years ago, I realized there's a car, Skoda.
Yes, there is. Right, correct. Yes,
yeah.
I forgot about
the
that.
Czech
Wow.
Republic or something.
Okay. Opie, that's Vic Henley, a very funny comic. Iliza Shlesinger
Nice
to
to
your
meet you.
left, a
Hi.
very
Hello.
funny
Nice to meet
comedian.
you.
She's going to be on the Tonight Show tonight.
Cool.
Weren't you just on the Tonight Show?
She gonna sing doo-wop with Billy Joel? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm
That's
not
what
invited
the cool
for that.
kids do on the Tonight Show.
That's what you got to do?
Yeah.
What song did you sing?
I walked up to Billy in between. They asked me if I wanted to split after my segment, and I said, "Are you kidding me? Billy Joel's on the show. I'm going to sit on the couch and watch Billy Joel."
Yeah.
So, and then they had to take a longish break to do some, big setup. And I walked over, introduced myself, and I said, my knucklehead friends and I used to have a couple of beers and break out into Longest Time. And he goes, "Oh, here we go." Plunks out, picks a key on the piano.
Nice.
And the whole band comes around, and Jimmy's there, and I'm going, "Oh, the longest," and we're doing Longest Time with Billy. And then, of course, and it's just between setups, so we're like doing it for the camera or anything.
Yeah.
But of course, it's on YouTube now. It went viral immediately.
Went viral.
There it is. There it is.
That is very cool.
He asked me to go do a show last night at the Garden. He invited me.
Did you go?
No, because
You're that famous.
No,
J.K.
because-
Simmons is that
turned
famous.
down Billy Joel?
You turned
I
down
had
Billy
already
Joel.
told my 5 old New York friends that I'd have redo our old poker game, our old nickel poker game, over in my hotel suite. So I had,
A man of your word.
old pals. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Did you win?
I should have just blown.
Made the wrong decision, but-
no, I made the right decision. I won $22 on it.
Wow. I knew he would do
I mean,
it.
Billy Joel's pretty cool, but
$22.
That's some cold cash.
Buy a Billy Joel tape.
Inside, he was crying a little bit, though.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like I could be at the Garden right now with Billy Joel doing a little Longest Time.
There was that part of me. I didn't want to whine too much.
Wow. That is definitely very, very cool.
Are you a Ohio State Buckeye fan?
How could you tell?
Because it's on the back of your phone right there.
He
yes.
better be.
I'm actually a very weird combination of a Detroit Tigers fan.
Okay.
I was born in Detroit. My dad taught public school there, and then when I was 10 years old, he got a job at Ohio State. So I became
there you go.
Oh, but that's
Ohio State fan.
I'm Auburn, so you hate anybody you despise Alabama. So when the Buckeyes whipped Alabama's ass last year,
just like totally kicked in there.
He's trying to make a point
well, that's
about
football.
college football.
Once you start going football, absolutely, hell yeah. But no, there's nothing
Can
better.
you tell he's an Auburn fan? He hasn't taken that hat off in 25
That's right.
years.
I was bush hogging in this hat in Pascagoula, Mississippi. In
Nobody west of
1977.
Oklahoma cares about these teams.
So
Wait, how old is that hat for real?
This hat is probably 22 years old.
Yeah.
Really?
It hadn't been washed in 22 years either.
No, it smells like it. It's awesome.
How's your morning going?
Good. Came over from the Today show, did a little cooking thing.
What did you have to cook over there?
I didn't have to cook.
Who were you on with?
Just
Al
watch.
was cooking with Al and Willie.
Al?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Al's the best.
You like Al Roker?
I love it. I went to Afghanistan with him. I love Al Roker.
Yeah.
Well, now we got a little Detroit thing.
Yeah, you're throwing out the first pitch.
That was right up there with doo-wop and with Billy Joel. It was opening day, first pitch at Comerica this past year.
Can I point something out about
this? That's got to be good. I got it.
Yeah.
You're on the mound.
That's what it is.
Most of the celebrities don't get the mound.
I told the rubber. Are you kidding me? And I threw a strike. I mean, it was kind of humpback. But.
A lot of the people they put in front of the mound because they don't think they could do it. Did they have that discussion with you, or you just said, no, I'm going right to the rubber?
No, they just said, we're going to announce your name and just go out wherever you feel comfortable. And I mean, supposedly I was supposed to have time to warm up in the tunnel because I like to pretend that I was a jock at one time, and I still have that inner 9-year-old that wants to play center field for the Tigers. And so I just stumbled right out to the rubber. And
do you think the warm up would have mattered?
I absolutely do.
Think so?
Yeah. We ended up not having time to do it, but. Yeah, because you can't just go full velocity on that first throw. If I'd have warmed up, I might have hit 45 on the way down instead of 30.
That's one of the biggest opening days in baseball, though. Them and the Reds.
Oh, they go nuts.
They're crazy. I was there 2014.
Which is why I didn't have time to warm up. We're stuck in the car. The driver's going, "Oh my God, we're not going to make it."
Get it. It's insane there. Yeah, they go all out for opening day in Detroit. It's insanely fabulous.
Yeah.
There he is in the hallway warming up.
Well, now you know I'm lying because now my one friend, I was supposed to be able to warm up on the field.
Yeah.
My friend Dan goes, he walks off 60 feet. We didn't have gloves.
Right, I see that.
So we're barehanded.
That's the one you won $22 off
I couldn't throw it, 45 miles an hour in my heater.
But you got form. Look at this. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
JK knows what he's doing with the ball in his hand. I got to say it's a little. Well, I was going to say it's a little hack, but it's not hack. Your speech at the Oscars about loving your parents, nice.
Thanks.
Nice, right?
Yeah, I didn't actually know what was going to fall out of my mouth when I was walking up onto the stage, which I first of all took the wrong stairs up onto the stage and almost mowed down the Steadicam guy. And then as I'm walking over there, just trying to formulate, I just knew I wanted to talk about family, my wife, my kids, my folks, and Lupita's standing there in her beautiful white dress, here, are we gonna? Yeah, we're gonna watch this now.
We can play it a little bit.
Now check it out.
Spark of madness.
I'll lower the audio a little bit.
Mustn't lose it. Tonight we celebrate that undeniable.
I'll take it all the way to the announcement.
Yeah.
Okay.
J.K. Simmons Whiplash.
Wow. So I kiss my wife, I go up the wrong stairs, the Steadicam guy's like, whoa! And I'm walking up to Lupita. Now watch carefully, because I will give Lupita a little bit of a headbutt. Because I didn't know, kiss, hug, take the trophy, watch carefully.
I didn't notice. Oh, that's wonderful.
Like it's customary.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Well, it's a traditional greeting.
When you win Best Actor, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Why did we
That's awesome.
Why didn't we notice that the night of the Oscars?
The only guy
that's
that
really
noticed
funny.
it, but, and then I go give my speech, and then the reception, both in the room and then from people all over the world who actually listen to this schmuck who was up there telling them to call their parents. and people actually did, which was astounding to me, including a friend of mine who said, there were some amazingly beautiful, touching stories about that. Mm-hmm. One friend of mine from 1,000 years ago in Montana, of the 75 billion texts that I got that night, she said, the next commercial break after you accepted your award and said, call your mom. She said, I get a call from my 17-year-old son, who's sitting on the couch next to me.
Smart ass.
I'm surprised it wasn't just a text message.
I swear this is true. After your speech in the commercial break, I called my mom, and she was like, I know I'm watching. And I said, yeah, the Nazi guy from Oz just said to call you.
Schillinger. Nothing says love like
She's
a call from
I've been telling you for years to call me. You wait until that happens.
Does your mind go blank when you win an Oscar? You're sitting there, and you think you have a good shot. You obviously had a great shot, and you ended up winning it. But what are you thinking as you sit there waiting for the name?
It was a little, it's surreal. And even though all the people who actually know all this stuff said that, it was sort of a no-brainer, that it was, that I was going to be the guy. So at that point, it was like, okay, so I'm the one everyone is expecting they're going to name. So then If they don't, then I'm just like the ultimate schmuck.
Right.
You know, then I'm sitting there with egg on my face going, oh, great.
So happy for them.
So happy for Mark Ruffalo. He's a brilliant actor, by the way.
I know, but you're not happy for the other people.
You can't be.
Not in that moment. You're not. You don't have to say it, JK. You don't have to
say it for you.
We'll say it for you.
Bitter comics will tell you.
There's no way you're actually happy for the other person. You're thinking how disappointed you are.
I'll be very happy for whoever wins this year.
Yeah, sure. Right. Yeah, there's no way.
Do you get recognized more for Whiplash or Farmers?
You know what? More people are going to see Farmers commercials than every movie I ever make, probably all put together. And the weird thing about Whiplash is not that many people saw that movie. Mm-hmm. They all saw the award shows.
A lot of people went and saw it after.
Yeah.
That happens a lot, too, with these movies. Yeah.
Oh, well, that was absolutely
great performance.
Treat to be a part of.
Can I ask you a question?
No.
What happens? It's happening. So let's say, because I always like to think, like, what happens to the main characters after the camera stops in like a fantasy world? Where do those two go? Like, do they just keep fucking each other over and over?
And literally, we get a flat in the village, and
they just keep screwing each other like forever. Like, do you just never trust each other, but you still work together, keep your enemies closer, kind of thing?
Yeah. And then he dies a lonely heroin addict at 34. And my mission is complete.
As a musician, yeah. You gave him the bad dose.
I'm with you. I
was wondering.
I like thinking what happens to some of these people after the movie ends.
Well, honestly, that was one of my favorite things about when Damien and I first talked about doing this thing, and we first talked about it as a short film, 2 years before we made the feature with Miles. But that ambiguity at the end, was so important to me that he not be like preaching or taking sides or saying, this is what you're supposed to think. That was the ending of that. But actually, the short film too. But the ending of this movie, I just knocked my socks off.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Even though it was on Miles Teller's ugly face.
So did you go back and look at other sort of oppressive, crazy music teacher?
No, not at all.
None of that. You know what I'm saying? It's been
No. It was just everything. Every second of that movie was there on the page.
So you didn't need to.
And then looking at Miles' goofy face was all I needed.
We got something in front of you because you're an Oscar winner.
Yeah, so it's from
the Cronut guy.
Healthy.
Dominic Ansel.
Dominic Ansel, right. He's a great guy, and this is his cinnamon bun. And what, Iliza wanted one of these?
I was promised one, and then I called him on it.
And then Roland went downtown just to get this.
And then tweet
you guys all talk for a minute because I'm going to eat.
Yeah, this is from Dominic Ansel, the Cronut guy. But, I mean, he doesn't even want to be known for the Cronuts anymore.
Is it croissant and donut is why it's Cronut?
Yeah.
That's the whole...
This is amazing.
He has moved past the Cronut. That's how good this guy is.
Wow.
He's coming up with new stuff all the time.
Some kind of crack-inspired muffin?
It's called a cruffin.
Eric, you got a question for J.K. Simmons?
Yeah, it was actually Nazi-related also. My brother Justin got me into Oz, and, it was a fantastic show. And I was wondering, when actors play police officers or firefighters, you often hear that, like, the cops love that actor and they go up and they talk to you all the time. I was wondering if neo-Nazis came up because they love Vern Schillinger.
Dude, I'm telling you, the response from that, first of all, my wife was afraid that I was going to, every black guy on the one train was going to want to kick my ass. I never had any issues with that. The only people who came up to me, like during Oz, who kind of had blurred that line between fantasy and reality was people that thought Vern was, really a cool guy,
Oh, yeah.
Right on, brother.
Thanks for getting the message.
White power. Wow, it's pretend, right?
Okay. Take my Starbucks order.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, what do you say? Nothing, right? You ignore it.
Pretty much nothing. You pretty much you go, that's my cab, Yeah.
Not with the right hand. Don't hail it that way.
Keep the hand very low.
Keep it low.
That's hilarious.
Just give a basic nod, like I'm acknowledging you're talking, but I'm moving on quickly from this.
So I have a question.
You do, Justin
I do.
Stengel.
So you win the Oscar. So after that happens, how does that affect the kind of jobs you're offered after that? Is it all kind of Oscar quality films? Is it?
He's here for Kung Fu Panda 3.
Oh, but I know. But then, like,
I did get to jump on board one of the great franchises in animation history.
Jesus, man.
There were lots more opportunities, and of course, a lot of them were to play the guy that screams and berates people.
Right.
Which I, other than Kung Fu Panda 3, I mostly passed on. This was a good bad guy to play. And I don't mean to denigrate. Actually, there were a couple of really interesting scripts to play a similar character. I just, part of what I like about what I get to do for a living is you get to try and be somebody different every time out.
Right.
So
you just didn't want to be Screaming Guy for the next 10 films.
Yeah, because it's just hard on the voice.
It's exhausting.
It does get it.
And you got range. Yeah. Just J.K. Simmons.
Actually, I do have a new criteria for what movies I choose. Almost everything I'm either going to shoot soon or that's in the can right now. In the can is what old people say about movies. There used to be film canisters back and the film would go. Right. So you would say the movie's in the can. So in the can, I have every movie I do now has a 2-word title starting with the. The Accountant, The Meddler, The Lake, The Bachelors, The Snowman, The Runaround, The Late Bloomer, and then I'm going to do my wife's movie, which she wrote, which is currently called Steve's Umbrella.
It's going to have to be The Steve's Umbrella.
I'm like,
what the Umbrella.
I mean, I'm sleeping with the director,
right?
And I still can't get her to change the name to The Umbrella. Or here was my latest idea. The Steve.
The Steve Jobs biopic, another one.
No. Remember Mike O'Malley? Remember that character on the ESPN promos, The Rick?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Why not? Why not the Steve?
Christopher Guest directed those spots.
Yeah, and brilliantly.
Yeah,
and Mike O'Malley, who's another,
great guy, too. No, he's
bald schmuck.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy.
And you're filming Bastards, too, so, according to your IMDb.
Yes, why not call it The Bastards?
The Bastards. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So that's all the movies that are coming out in 2016 that you did?
Well, some of those are the things that are lined up to be shot in 2016.
Okay.
That'll be out next year, yeah.
You are busy, my friend. That is crazy. Have you ever, you know how the actors are asked about a role they didn't get and then someone else got it? And it's like, you could have been in The Godfather or something. Have you turned down a role for a movie that was a shit bomb?
So you were happy.
It's never been asked that way before. Because usually it's like you hear about these actors like, I turned down The Godfather, I turned down whatever. But there's a movie in your head that you actually turned down that turned out to be a really bad one?
Yes, there is.
Let him finish chewing.
No, I don't know. They usually don't say what the film is.
No, I'm not going to tell you.
Just tell us the plot and who's in it.
I'll tell you what. Well, there's one that I'm just going to say this. This is probably not kosher at all. There was one that I really, really wish I'd been able to do, and it ended up just being a schedule thing, and it's a really small part, but it's one of the funniest things. And obviously it worked out great because in the 21, 22 Jump Street movies, the part that Nick Offerman plays.
Oh, okay.
Which he slays.
Absolutely.
Those movies are so
brilliant
funny.
in. Yeah. And every time I see those movies, I'm like, oh, God,
could have been me.
Could have been me.
Could have been you.
It would have been so fun.
But I mean, that's what we always hear. It could have been me, but I know it's
I'm sorry,
it
Nick,
could
that's
also
a bullshit thing to say.
No.
I mean, half the jobs I get, I'm like the 9th guy they go to for it, and I know that the 8 guys that have passed on it already. So
but I know it works the other way too, where you're like, oh, thank God I said no to that one.
Yeah, I know you definitely dodged.
Let me ask you this: so it's probably been a very long time since you've auditioned for something or read for something versus just been offered it. So for the actors that are listening, what was your least favorite part of auditioning besides the rejection and humiliation on a daily basis?
It was just annoying.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, just, the secret is to just relax. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Just relax.
Right.
Just don't stress out about the fact that this guy has your future in his hands, or this group of people sitting across the table from you. And especially in the days when I was here in New York doing Broadway or wanting to do Broadway musicals, and not only did you have to go in and audition, you had to go in and sing for people,
right?
Which is even more nerve wracking because try to relax doing that. Actually, I started getting jobs though when I did learn how to relax and just like be an idiot. Really, and just like one of my favorite auditions that I did when I was auditioning for musicals was, it was what were they auditioning for? Peter Pan. And I went in there and I thought, what the hell? I'm just gonna. So I go in and I give the accompanist the music for "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and I go, and I just go, I whisper in his ear, I go, "Don't play the last note, don't play the last chord," and he looks at me like, "What?" And I go, "Just don't." So I go, "Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd." I sing the whole song, one word off, and you get to the very end, and it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. And they laughed their asses off, and they hired me.
Wow. They hired me. Very nice.
That's a great one.
I feel like for every one of those stories, there's 1,000 where it's like, I sang the song wrong, and they asked me to leave. Like, it could always go the other
Or
way.
I sang some dramatic thing beautifully, and they went, "Okay, next."
Yeah.
But you guys get rejected as part of the game. You're going to get rejected well over 90% of the time on those things.
100% of the time.
Well, and there's still rejection. I mean, there's still
hurts.
parts that are coming along that, my agent sends me a script and he goes, "You're in the mix for this," and I read it and I love it, and
Get it, yeah.
it's not me.
Right. Dennis Falcone?
I sang that song and lost a job. Take me out to the ball game. I'm not kidding.
I've lost many jobs.
I auditioned for a park announcer at a baseball stadium, and I'm not a singer, as you can tell by my great voice.
A singer.
Oh, I thought you meant you sang it at a company Christmas party.
No,
and then they asked you to
they
leave.
said, okay, I did the announcements. I said, now leading off, the first baseman, so-and-so, fine. Then they said, now sing the song. I go, well, don't you just have people? No, you have to sing the song. Take me out to the ball. I sounded like Jerry Lewis, and they said, okay, thank you, we'll call you.
Was it for the Mets?
No, it's for the Long Island Ducks.
Oh, my God, it's a minor league fucking...
It's not even minor league. It's
Huge in
independent
upstate
baseball.
New York.
Independent baseball.
It's independent baseball. And I went up to Bud Harrelson,
so much
the owner.
more sad.
So
even.
punk rock.
And I said, like, could I come back? No, we'll keep you in mind, though.
Couldn't even make it in independent baseball.
Guaranteed, when they say we'll call you, they will not call you.
They will not.
Not unless someone dies.
It's been 13 years.
I
so.
ate mine.
You still have yours? You want another one?
No, yes, but I don't.
Here, give this.
No, I can't. No.
Give this.
I have to put on a very tight dress. I'm fine.
We got to make sure we sell, Kung Fu Pen to 3 properly.
Which is, honestly, when they asked me to do that, I had one question, and it was, is it all the same people, same cast, same directors, same writers, same, and it all, that same creative team. I thought the first 2 movies were just awesome and accomplished everything that a good animated movie should, funny, and kids like it, grown-ups like it, and, Jack Black is a hilarious guy. So.
And it's easy work. They say how easy
it's super easy work.
Easy work,
You're just
right?
sitting in front of a microphone. I mean, how hard is that? Any schmuck can do that.
The idiot can do that.
Thanks a lot.
Are you recording your lines alone? Are you there with the other actors?
They get the whole, Angelina and Jack Black and Seth and, Bob, all of us.
Dustin Hoffman.
They put us all in a big mansion in Beverly Hills, and we lived together for like 6 months. I think the reality show is going to be coming out soon.
Oh, great.
About Angelina always had like 9 kids with her. And, no, you almost never get a chance to be in the booth with anybody except some brilliant underpaid actor who is imitating all the other actors who are actually getting paid to do the movie. I've done a couple of animated things where they sort of make exceptions to that rule, and 3 or 4 people in the booth bouncing off each other, which is.
But is that distracting as an actor, where you are the line which will lead you into the scene is being performed by someone that is not at the same level as the person you were actually playing off of?
Well, I wouldn't say not at the same level at all. I mean, believe me, there's dozens and dozens of sort of journeyman voice actors that I work with in L.A. whose names you wouldn't know, who are just genius, and some whose names you would know, Dan Castellaneta, Tom Kenny, Bill Fagerbaki, et cetera, et cetera. But no, I really enjoy the process now that I kind of have it figured out, and I'm more often than not, unless I have really sort of complicated long lines, which you don't usually have, I just kind of close my eyes and go into that theater of the mind universe, and you always have visuals of, not the finished product, but drawings of the character. And, and really, I mean, one of the nice freeing things about animation, especially when you're, you know that you're in good hands, because I knew that it was, Jennifer and Alessandro were the same directors who had done the first 2 movies. And, I just totally put myself in their hands, and we tried, a wide range of kinds of things, just throwing stuff at the wall to see what stuck.
You ever do some improv and then you see in the script that they animated it into, like the character does what you said? It was something you made up?
Not that often with like I'm sure it's probably, Jack, probably has more of that than I do, especially having played this character for 3 movies now. But, there were a few things where I was just throwing stuff out there and a couple of them stuck.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And how long ago did you record these lines?
How long ago?
Yeah, because it's like a year. It takes a long time to animate.
I did it on my iPhone in the elevator.
Yeah, probably. My last session was not that long ago, really. It was probably only 3-4 months ago, But the first one was probably about a year ago, a little over a year ago.
Cool. Are you an animal in this one?
I am an animal. I actually have 3 animated films that'll be out, I think, this year, and I play. Jeez. You know what? I keep getting conflicting reports about exactly what animal I am in Kung Fu Panda. Because I'm a big scary thing from the spirit world. And on the Today Show, they were just calling me a yak, and I was like, I think I'm just like an ox, some sort of a bull. Just basically not a happy guy.
I like they made it from the spirit world. Like, we don't have to get to script.
Yeah.
He's of another realm.
Exactly. And then I play a lion in a movie, and then I play a big dog.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to get JK out of here. Just saying he's ready to go.
I got much more important things.
I understand. But we gave you a cinnamon bun, sir.
Yeah, believe me, that is not going to leave.
That's pretty good.
I'm not leaving it behind.
Pretty good. You need him to help you out. You have the painting.
Should we show him the raccoon video before he goes?
Have you seen this?
It's cute.
I have not seen the raccoon video.
Watch this. This is absolutely fascinating.
You'll be richer for having seen it.
I've seen a lot of raccoon videos, but I don't think I've seen
this one's
one.
legal.
I think you should watch it.
Really?
And then you should voice it.
You should voice it.
Oh, you want to voice the raccoon after you see it?
I don't do raccoons. I only do animals that weigh more than I weigh.
Are we really going to do this with J.K. Simmons?
Here's the raccoon.
All right. Okay, it's quick, J.K.
The raccoon
I'm
on
watching the
cotton
raccoon.
candy.
He's going to wash his cotton candy. Where did it go?
Actually hilarious.
Thank you.
It's like, look. Wait.
He was just going to wash it. He wanted it to be clean, and he didn't know where it went.
And now he's a little raccoon.
His mind is blown because then he's trying to figure out what.
But wait, my dinner.
Now, it's here somewhere. What the?
How will I pay my rent?
Yeah.
Show him the king rat image.
We're not doing the king rat.
Okay, now we're going to be like my 17-year-old. We're going to be watching YouTube videos for an hour.
Can you sign my shitty painting?
Sign the horrible
Yes.
painting.
Don't do it.
There's a long story behind this.
I got this for Christmas.
That's a Christmas
He
gift.
got a Christmas gift he doesn't like.
It was done in Sharpie and other.
I'm not going to sign it because I think it's more valuable if it's just his signature.
I'm
going to sign it down here like I printed it.
Like the artist, right.
The artist signed it there.
Because now
wait, I'm the.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
the first one.
You're the first one. I promise other big, huge celebrities will be signing this. Although it would be better if I now tell everyone that J.K.
painted it. Yeah, he painted it.
Painted it with these crayons.
This is like taking the sweet spot when they give you a baseball.
Yeah.
This is.
I'm going to totally take.
He did this right after he won his Oscar for Whiplash, and he was kind enough to give it to me.
He insisted.
And now I'm auctioning it off.
I did it. I know it looks like paint by number, but I did it freehand.
Thank you, sir.
That's perfect.
I hate the painting. It's my shitty Christmas gift from whatever. It's a long story. Let's get JK out of here. So Kung Fu Panda 3 is in theaters January 29th.
It is, and it's really good, and it's really funny. And here's my favorite line from the movie. If I could just get, I don't know, God, am I getting serious for a second? There's a great line in the movie that is sort of something that my wife and I have been trying to impart to our kids all along. If you, and I'm probably paraphrasing, but the mentor says it to Jack Black, the panda. He says, if you only do what you can do, you will never be more than you are now. Whoa. How's that for words to live by?
That's pretty good.
Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty good.
Right.
Thank you, J.K.
Thank you, boys and girls.
No, thank you, sir.
Yes, Dennis?
Hey, being we're talking about Kung Fu Panda 3, how about we wrap up the segment with Carl Douglas back in the 1970s in Kung Fu fighting? Yeah! You talk about good songs.
A little playoff now.
Yeah, there you go.
That was funky, baby.
Could we dig that one up?
Your rendition?
We're going to come back to wrap up. Stay there. J.K. Simmons, thank you so much, sir. Well, we're back just to wrap up, really. I want to thank J.K. Simmons for stopping by and
you're welcome.
Signing the shitty painting.
Yes.
You should just leave it his signature.
I know.
Right.
Like
Don't have
it's a
anyone
J.K.
else do
Simmons
it.
original.
Original, yeah.
Right. I agree.
I like your backstory, like you said, right after he won the Oscar.
Yeah,
he ran home to paint it.
Yes.
Right.
He was very suspicious that he was the only one that had signed it.
I know. His people will be checking eBay later, thinking
because he signed it where the artist is supposed to sign it too.
It's also not his signature. I read it. It just said Arby's at the bottom. No, it's his.
Ouch. We're going home
ouch?
now.
I was just making up another word.
No, it was an ouch to me. I'm gonna auction that painting off eventually with all the big stars' autographs on it, and then give the money to the staff.
Charity or the staff.
Charity or the staff now.
Charity or the staff.
I said charity or the staff.
I'm not going to sign it on the off chance you decide to keep it just him, because I think it'd be weird if it was my name and his.
All right.
And I think if you keep it his, then I don't.
I kind of like it's just his right now.
I think it should be.
It's kind of cool.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. We should have random artwork around here for people to sign. Like if we had a sculpture right now.
I got the wedding painting too. I'll bring that in.
Yeah.
The wedding painting.
Have a bin of art.
Bad art.
Yeah. No, it's actually nice. It's like it's the woods, it's a stream, it's snow on the ground. It's something I would never hang up though.
Right.
But someone down in Philly, they thought this would be a nice gift, and I guess technically it is because it's thoughtful.
Sure.
But I don't know what to do with it because it's not my taste.
Yeah, you can't.
So I'm going to bring it in here.
Yeah, just adorn the walls with fan art.
Correct.
You gotta have a room. You gotta have one room in your house for all that stuff.
Yeah, this we gotta fancy this place up. We do. It needs something.
How many Sirius XM logos do you need? We all know where we are. It took me an hour to sign in.
I didn't need that. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 8 around.
One's enough. We're in the building.
Yes.
Hey, let's put bumper stickers of all radio stations across the country. That's cool.
Everybody could sign $1.
Yeah,
$1. Yeah.
You just pitched an episode of WKRP in Cincinnati.
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
But that's every radio station.
I'm daring the audience to switch the channel.
Hey, by the way, you know why Billy Joel was up there the other day?
Why?
To announce that we're launching his own channel again on Sirius XM on internet radio. He even plugged us on the air.
That's why he was at the Tonight.
Yeah, just to plug the.
I would never know that Billy Joel plugged our company.
Yeah, he did.
Is it all Billy Joel's
Look at the YouTube
channel?
clip.
Yeah.
And music that Billy likes. He's going to be like a special guest DJ on there. Yeah,
so
there
it's
was
not
a YouTube
just Billy
clip
Joel
the other
songs.
day. No.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
There'll be a lot of Billy Joel songs, some rarities, some live cuts.
That'd be cool.
Flip sides.
They won't let me go in the men's room here alone.
I knew it. I was hoping. I was sitting here going, please one more. Please one before we leave the air. Just one.
I stalk my prey while listening to Billy Joel. Downeaster Alexa.
Collect human teeth.
I collect human teeth.
I got rid of my fingerprints.
I know. I've never been able to come up with one. I get so excited that I want to think of one, and I overthink it. And
it's going to be terrible.
It just locks my brain. It locks my brain every time.
I like to hug children.
I want another one.
No, I know, right?
I wear a diaper.
I know I had a good time today.
You had a good time today.
Yeah. One more. Come on.
Can't see me.
Oh,
I see you. I'm typing as fast as I can.
He's begging for one.
I cry myself to sleep every night.
You could get in on these too. You could send some too.
I have to send them? He's not just making them up?
I'm texting them.
Oh, you're making them up.
He's sending them across
You want to
the
text
room
Eric?
to him.
I'll give you his number. You can
Jared
text him.
Fogle got a bad rap.
Oh my God, I'm going to do so many.
Jared Fogle got a bad rap.
Wow.
Don't check my meat freezer.
What's the number? Or Jared Fogle.
I gotta pee. No.
Use the cup.
Use a cup.
Cool.
I'm gonna miss Hateful Eight because you guys.
Oh, it's at 11. Go. Go.
I can't walk away from these.
Well, we're just wrapping up anyway.
These are too good.
Yeah, we'll get one more.
What time are you seeing?
Get one more. I was going to go to 11.
I was just going to. No, we don't even have to go to 11. We're just trying to get plugs in.
So.
Good one.
I think a well-placed swastika is a thing of beauty.
Is that you?
Wow.
Is that fun?
Wow.
Oh, I've been waiting to say that in public.
Welcome to the club.
It's a very
Can I just text these whenever I want?
Yes.
Oh, do more, please.
Oh, my God.
I'm very honored that I have celebrities doing this about me too.
That's all I
Thank
want to
you.
do.
You should be.
I'll pleasure myself at night thinking about it.
I didn't write that one.
I didn't write that one.
I've got this. Yeah.
Huh?
Everybody's frantically hitting it right now.
Sure we can't play Kung Fu Fighting? I like that song.
He's sticking with the Kung Fu Fighting, by the way.
What do you want? We want to play Cinnamon Girl because of the
what?
Young
Bun from Dominic
or
Ansel?
Cinnamon by Derek back in the 1960s. You know that one?
No, I don't.
Cinnamon.
No.
Let it. It's a good song.
People
Cue that one up.
You know, people do ask me what to do when they come to New York. One of the things you can do is go see Dominic Ansel. Holy crap. The amount of stuff he has in there, it's just amazing. What street is he on again? I always forget.
Roland, here comes Roland.
He's on Spring Street.
Spring Street, right.
He has a brand new one on West 7th.
West 7th.
The Kitchen. Dominic Ansel.
And then he's got a place in Japan, too, I see.
Yeah, Tokyo, yeah. When I went there, they just threw the cinnamon buns in the oven.
Oh, so these that you brought today were fresh from the oven?
He just made them.
Oh, nice.
They're delicious.
I was never properly toilet trained.
We could play Big in Japan. Was that Alphaville? You know that one?
Alphaville, yes.
Very good.
I remember
Returning Japanese, the Vapors.
I will lick you to sleep.
Isn't it fun when he does it for you?
So fun. It's so gratifying.
Oh, yeah, right.
There you go. Dominic Ansel Kitchen.
And he doesn't even acknowledge something's going on.
I was breastfed till I was 37.
How about one more hit before we split?
One more.
What do you mean?
This one might
one
not
more,
be
and then we
good.
could wrap this puppy up. Put it to bed for the weekend.
I spend my nights in the woods.
Did you write that? Very simple, very good.
People, that's really good.
The woods is weird.
The woods.
Yeah, just the general area
Yes,
of
the woods.
The hat I'm wearing is from the hitchhiker I killed.
Oh, my God.
I know. I never feel so inadequate when we're playing this game. You're trying. You're going one more?
I find police tape makes the best aphrodisiac.
This should be an app.
Yes, it should.
Wow.
Falcone app.
Yeah, someone's going to find my phone with just these things. I texted
That's right,
to
you're going to get in
someone.
trouble.
I am.
Oh, it's making me pee. I seriously have to go pee. I'm laughing so hard. I'm sitting here like...
The oldies I play have coded messages for women I stalk.
Look, if I just said, I don't know. Okay.
It's backlogging them now.
Mother likes to shave my body clean.
Mother. It's always good mother.
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 Yeah.
ISIS has the right idea.
You can hear the
show's evolved, too.
Eliza's going to be on the Tonight Show.
I'll be on the Tonight Show tonight.
And then you got the West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach, January 21st and 23rd.
Yes.
I'm at the comic strip all weekend this weekend.
Oh, beautiful.
2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow night if you're in New York City. I'm hosting, so come see the comic strip live and download Live from Lou's Cruise.
Live from Lou's Cruise.
Give out your website so people can find out.
You sure? Horrible.
I press my junk against storefront windows.
Last one. From way on the outside.
Mm-hmm. There's one coming.
Frantically.
Oh, wait, don't go yet.
I've been waiting on you to say that for years, by the way. This is good radio.
This is.
Yeah,
It's the suspense.
It's like fishing.
I like it.
It's, yeah.
I might have composed that one weird.
I don't refer to them as my victims, more like my chosen.
Was that country song "Fishing in the Dark"?
Oh my God, he doesn't even acknowledge
that.
Fishing in the dark.
In the dark. Oh,
Is it? I don't know. Fishing in the dark.
Yeah, it's Fishing in the Dark. Yeah, it's a country song, I believe.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we go home then?
I was just trying to.
Liza, great job, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for staying long today too.
Yeah, you guys are great.
And Vic Henley, thank you. Of course.
My pleasure, man. Anytime.
We'll talk soon. Or we'll probably talk as we walk home together.
No.
You really going to miss the Hateful Eight now?
Yeah, but I can go at 3. That's all right.
Well, they got previews.
No, I know. I don't like to rush.
Okay.
I'm not a big rush. I'm too old.
Guys. That's it, right? We're good. Oh, the podcast is all about Making a Murderer. Us talking about Making a Murderer. Go to iTunes and subscribe to the Opie Radio podcast.
No, and we have a part 2, right?
No, this is part 3. Part 1 and 2 is from Tuesday and Wednesday. Part 3 is from yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's all combined together.
Cool.
And my show tonight at 6 p.m.
Oh, that's right. All right. E-Rock's on tonight.
Thank you.
I just wanted to make sure we gave a plug to E-Rock because he's always very nice to me.
Just
and gives me
did
stuff.
it.
Well, I just wanted to make sure. That's all.
Wait. What do you mean you wanted to make
sure?
Well, I just wanted to make sure.
Right in front of your eyes.
But you didn't do anything to make sure that happened.
No, I was looking at Ope.
No, but Opie said, E-Rock, what do you got? How did you do that?
No, he was just talking about the other stuff.
My favorite sound is life slipping out of their eyes.
I'm leaving on that.
All right.